Oh, piece of candy.
Yeah, literally.
Squirrel.
Yeah. But did you think about this,
All right, welcome everyone to another episode of Cause and Effect Sports. Week 3, week recap. We'll be going over some of the big game scores last week. Some good ones too. Some not so good ones that we thought would be better matchups. One in particular that I know one of us is not happy about, but still a good game, just not happy about the end result. We'll get into that. Kind of want to start off with the firings. Obviously, there's two teams already that have fired their coaches in UCLA and Virginia Tech. 3 weeks into the season, which is crazy. Not saying it hasn't happened before. Fuck, Nebraska did it. Right? We fired Scott Frost, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks into the season.
Yeah.
So it's not the first time this has happened. But it's crazy firing somebody this early. In the case of Deshaun Foster at UCLA, I mean, he's 15 games into his tenure.
Yeah.
Coach, 15 games. I mean, that's all you're going to give a coach, and it's his first time head coach, being a head coach, if you're the athletic department or athletic director and you're hiring him knowing that he's never been a head coach, there's got to be more leeway than that.
If he wasn't
right?
head coach before, it should have been something like, well, maybe if for you to get this head coach job, your contract we can fire you at any minute.
Yeah, I mean he was a running back. He was the running back coach prior, so he wasn't an offensive coordinator. And you directly promote him up to head coach. It's like, well, I mean, what do you expect? It's going to take growing pains, right? I don't get it. Do I think he was a great head coach? No, not to this point. But
did he have the chance to prove himself? No. There are very few coaches that could look at even at Alabama. You walk into that situation. You think he's performing to the level they want? No. With all that talent on that team?
Right.
I know some transferred out and you did, whatever, but your situation is ideally the best possible scenario for a head coach to come in.
Yeah.
And I know that they want you to win every national championship every year and all that crap, but I think a head coach coming in should have some time to set up their parameters. Do I believe a backs coach should be promoted to head coach? No. I'd like an OC or a DC to get promoted to something like that, just to at least have half of the field knowledge.
I mean, at least if you're the offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator getting promoted, right? You oversaw the whole offense, right? So you oversaw the running backs coach. You oversaw the wide receivers coach.
Yeah.
So you already had that. It's that leadership role, right? So it's like you're basically promoting a server to general manager, if you're putting it in restaurant terms, right? A server bartender to general manager. In what thought process do you think that would work? You typically promote them into a management role and then maybe general manager, right? So they get some of that management experience before taking over a whole restaurant. And it's very similar in this type of scenario, because essentially the coach is, the general manager of the team, and you have your 2 assistant managers and your, coordinators, and then you have your server, busser, cooks, those would be your, assistant coaches, essentially. So I don't know. I mean, now to the same fact with with firing. I mean, the talk about and it's almost twofold. So obviously the transfer portal for those teams, the kids can enter the transfer portal. Now, if they enter the transfer portal, can they no longer play the rest of this year? Do we know any of those specifics, or can they finish out this year?
I think once you enter the portal, you're in the portal.
Okay.
You're no longer a part of the team. Like, maybe you can be talked back onto the team, but I don't know I don't even know if that even still lets you play. That's a good question.
Well,
I was going to say bowl games. I know kids that entered the transfer portal but still played for the team in the bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't many.
But anybody that enters the transfer portal, like who doesn't already have a team? Who has spots open is another question.
Well, they wouldn't be able to play this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would just be. So I think yes, you could enter the portal and still play for your team, but I don't think most teams would like that.
Yeah.
No.
So most coaching staffs are probably like, yeah, it's fine. If you're going to enter the portal, then go.
I guess the double-edged sword on that is that, like, no, I guess maybe not. Like, who's the interim coach now? And, like, or you're already thinking about going somewhere and you want to get into their program and get ahead, where you can still do workouts and things, but you're not actually playing with the team. I don't know.
Did you see John Gruden over there at UCLA? Over in California.
Oh, yeah.
On the sideline over there. I'd rather see him there than Florida, honestly. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Getting that visor worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as, and I know a lot of this goes into potential recruiting, that they want to fire coaches earlier so you can start looking. But who the hell are you going to bring in, unless it's another coach that's fired or not working altogether?
Do you think they're looking up, like in the NFL coaches?
I mean,
because I just like somebody that maybe got, I don't know. That's the only thing that I can think of that everybody's season started, so it's people that are sitting or they're poaching.
Yeah, but I mean, what coach is gonna? I mean, no coach is gonna leave mid-season. I mean, I guess they could try and do twofold. They could try and recruit for like UCLA, but if they're doing that, then hell, like the coach for the said team that they're on right now will probably be like, all right, fucking just leave.
Yeah, they're definitely not getting a coach that's attached to a team now, right off the bat. That's going to be something that's going to have to be
bowl season.
Because that just brings, off season or right before the playoffs or the bowl games start. Because that's just going to open up a whole can of worms. So now is that coach giving his 100% to the team he's with at the moment? You know what I mean? So so there's no way they go after a coach who's currently hired,
unless you're going maybe after an FCS level coach to bring up.
Yeah, maybe. And then what makes it tricky, too, is say you're trying to get a coach who's you're not bringing him in right now to coach. No. Maybe that guy could be like, yeah, I've been hired, I'm going to go recruit. But then is that coach allowed on campus, say, visits for game days? What does this do for these high school kids that have visits scheduled?
Or committed.
What kind? It's just, oh, man, I'd love to, know the specifics. But, say you have an interim coach. Say you don't even have a coach yet, but you have a guy that you bumped him up, right, to interim head coach for the rest of the season. Yep. How do you sell to that recruit the program when you don't even know if you're going to be there?
Yep.
Right.
As a coach, following the season.
Yeah.
It's why it's such a sticky. That's why I'm scared. I want Billy gone now, kind of, but at the same time, I'm scared that if he does, how many of these players are still going to, one, not enter the transfer portal, and then what's that do to my recruiting?
Look at UCLA's recruiting class. I mean, they had, I think, 15 or so commits, almost all gone, all entered.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that I don't think they helped their program out at all, and I think they set it back by doing it this way.
Yeah.
And maybe it was like, okay, well, we don't agree with this. Maybe you announce like 3/4 of the way through this season, this is going to be my final year as a head coach here. I appreciate, and just let him finish it out. Like, you signed him on to do a job, let him finish the job out of the season, And that gives people time to say, okay, at least especially this early, is that, like, if a college campus is willing to do this to their coach, like, what does that say about you as a player there? The guy's gonna be like, yeah, you don't have a scholarship there anymore.
No,
you're not on the team.
Yeah, I mean, these kids are, they're committing to, and then more often than not, they're not committing to the school, right?
No,
they're committing to the coach.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, the school has a draw too. I mean, obviously for in-state recruits and stuff like that, a school can have, the draw, and then the coach is just the final selling point.
Yeah.
But I mean, more often than not, these kids are they're committing to the coaches that recruit them, right? They had a stronger bond with this coach, and that's why they committed. And if it's hard because it's like, if you're you sign these, coaches sign these deals, 5-6 year deals, but if you're not even expected to finish 2 years of, I mean, his was, I think, a 3-year deal, or something to that effect. So it wasn't like a long-term deal. It might have been 4, but because I think he was owed like $9 million. So the remainder of this year plus 2 more years. But when you don't have a coach that can specifically tell a kid, hey, I'm here for the next 4 years, I want you to come play for me, that selling point goes downhill. When if you only have 1 year left on your contract, right, and the team, they that they could get rid of you at the end of this year, and a kid's like, well, how long are you going to be there? Like, I'm signing a 4-year deal. He's like, well, my contract goes through the end of the year. I'm expecting to redo a deal and stay with the team, but you're not solidified that way.
Well, you think about the player though, is like, you like their play style, either defense or offense, and you don't know who's coming in. You don't know what kind of offense or defense is going to be run that could mitigate you being highlighted as a high-profile player. So what would you just say, all right, I'm going to a place that's already established with a similar either heavy run or PO or whatever it is, or defensive 5-3 that they run, whatever it is, but you're going to one of those that's established with a coach that's been there. So you not knowing what's coming in, or you're going to stick around and wait and see what does come in, because they ain't going to change the whole damn playbook in half a week. You can't.
No.
I mean, you can use iterations and things like that. And like kid going forward, it's like there's different styles of this game that players get highlighted in.
Now, out of the athletes, I mean, how many do you think will enter the transfer portal from the teams?
I hope not too many that they can't field a team. To be honest with you, I don't think that'll happen, but obviously you could lose key players and things like that. I think more players that are higher profile will probably.
I was gonna say the players that I see probably that would enter the transfer portal are kids that just came in, so freshmen. maybe some redshirt freshmen that really aren't getting the playing time yet. I think those would be the ones that I really see at least entering the, like, if you're talking early. I'm not saying overall, because you might have some sophomores, juniors, seniors that at the end of the year might enter the transfer portal. But I think right now, at least during this initial 30-day window from the coach's firing, I see it as a lot of the younger athletes is what I would assume that would enter. So, but Humble, to bring back your point, with Napier and all that. I mean, now obviously, there's a lot of talk that Gruden would be one of the biggest. Obviously, he's not working. So, in turn, you could hire him early. So, would that be something that you would consider?
Nope.
No.
I'm not a fan of Gruden as a hire. Not that I don't think he's a good coach, but he has not proven himself at the college level. Is he a good recruiter? Is he a willing recruiter? Not only that, Billy's our fifth coach.
Yeah.
I'm done with guys who are going to try to see if they can do it in the SEC. I want a proven winner at a high conference level. Like we got lucky with Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer did come from Bowling Green, but then he went to Utah, right? Turned out to be a real good coach. Mullen, he was on Meyer's staff, so that was an easy transition. But then we got a guy who came from Central Michigan. Billy came from Louisiana. I'm a very big fan of a Lane Kiffin hire.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin, this isn't like young Lane Kiffin where he's tweeting all the time and just trying to be a troll on the internet. Kiffin's proven, one, he can recruit. He's a master in the portal. He's got a great offense. He wins games, and this is all in the SEC.
Right.
So that's where I'm at. I mean, he's like a quarterback guru. He's kind of like Lincoln Riley in a way when Lincoln Riley had that run with quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Is that the Texas Tech coach? I'm thinking of. He said run. No, I know.
Riley when he was at Oklahoma.
Yeah, I know who. Yeah, I was Texas Tech's head coach. Popped in my head.
Oh, yeah. Cliff Kingsbury? No, that was at one point, right?
He was there at one point.
Maybe he was offensive coordinator.
No, I think he was the head coach for a bit before he went to the NFL.
Okay.
But yeah.
I know that's not the popular thing, but man, I'm over the experiments.
The one thing I will would somebody like a Lane Kiffin? Do you really think he'd leave? I mean, it's not like Ole Miss is Mississippi State in the SEC, right? Like Ole Miss is
but they
top.
Are.
Well, but you know what I'm saying? Like they're mid to upper tier of the SEC right now.
But why?
Yeah.
I mean, rightfully because of him. I get it.
Exactly. Where were they before him? They had one winning season, right? With this coach before them.
Right.
But imagine a guy like Lane Kiffin that could just pick guys from Florida. You don't got to go nowhere but Florida and Georgia. I mean, yeah, you could go you could go get that one or two players from, but if you could secure Florida and Georgia. If he was coaching this offense right now, with these players that we have, we'd be the number one team in the nation right now. That's my firm opinion.
Especially with their schedule, they would just reaffirm a game after game. You know what I mean? I think I always think in the back of my head that Saban's coming back.
He's a pipe dream.
I know.
Joking. We were joking. Just give him the bridge trip. Blank check.
I don't think he is, though.
I know.
I don't think he's going to come back to coaching.
I don't think he will because of his wife. I think he wants to, but I think he respects his marriage too much.
Yeah, I think he gets enough of the juice from doing the game days and stuff like that, but he still has a hand on it. That being said, he does
still around it.
Does he still do the consultation and shit like that? 'Cause I know Belichick was doing that and Saban was doing that, but I don't know if he quit once he got the ESPN job.
I would bet you though.
I don't know if he
was offered the job, if he was offered the job at UF, and then and at a good price, I bet you it would be an immediate no.
Yeah.
I bet you if you're like, I need to sit on this, let me talk to the wife.
How do you feel?
Pros and cons.
How do you feel about a beachfront home coaching for University of Florida coach? I think he can consult in the off season or preseason. I think it's that during the season he can't.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like spring game, things like that, he's still able to do. I just don't think once the season...
He can when he's... Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's what I think. So that's why I asked if he was still... Because, like, when you're still doing something like that, it still shows that there is a potential if the right offer, like Humble said, came across the board that I'll give you 3 years. Or, I'll bring somebody...
I was going to say, what do you think you'd offer Lane Kiffin? For you to get him realistically, how much do you think you'd have to offer him?
If I remember correctly, Lane didn't sign no giant extension with Ole Miss. I think he signed an extension, maybe a 2-year extension, so he could keep his options open.
2024, he made $9 million.
I'd offer him the same thing I offered Napier.
What's Napier's?
I don't remember, but it was way too much. Let me look it up real quick.
I mean, he's top 15. Lane Kiffin right now is top 15 highest paid.
Yeah, $9 million.
And I think it's worth it to win. Let's see. He had a contract, a base salary of $52 million, basically, with an annual increase of $100,000 each year. So it was 7 years at $52 million.
So like 6.5.
I guess whatever the $100,000 is every year he's been there.
Yeah.
But it says here, because his
7.4
of his contract. Yeah. So I'd offer him the same thing he's getting at Mississippi State. I wonder how much control he has at Mississippi State.
You might have to offer him close to 12.
Hey, I offer him 12.
Realistically, you know what I'm saying. Like to get him to leave. That's kind of the going way of coaches. So
I get you, but you gotta think you gotta think you got a guy in the Big Ten and he's coaching over at say Northwestern and he's making so much, but then Nebraska comes and offers him the same contract. It's like, well, damn, that's that's a much more storied program. I'm just saying, if the facilities are better, the recruiting ground, I don't know if the recruiting grounds how good they are right around Nebraska. I'm just saying, the recruiting grounds are better.
Wow. Recruiting's easier to Nebraska. I mean, it's still harder it's hard at Nebraska because we're in the middle of the country, but it's easier than like Northwestern or Indiana because we're a fucking name brand.
See, that's what I'm saying. There you go. The brand itself. It's like he would be king here. He's already living a good dare, right? But man.
So it looks like his contract automatically extends.
As long as he's producing
at least 7 wins.
Yep.
And he's probably taken Ole Miss as far as they could go. Honestly. I mean, yeah, they might get a nice run for 1 year, but annually.
I mean, realistically, last year was supposed to be their year.
Yeah, I just don't see
annually.
I don't see them being, a national title contender.
Because last year was the year that they had last year was the year they had Jackson Dart. That was supposed to be their year.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
UF kind of ruined that for him.
His contract is extended to 2030.
Huh?
Because he won against Arkansas.
His contract is through 2030?
Yep.
That's a lot of money you got to pay to buy out his contract.
It was
Start winning.
Bro.
He literally had it in his contract if he beat Arkansas.
His buyout would be $36 million.
Oh, I guess 4 years. Yeah. I was counting this year too. I don't know why, but I was counting this year.
How much did Texas A&M buy out?
70.
I'm just saying.
70 mil.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The Bethune Cookman, you know what I mean? We're not, you know.
There's nothing that surprises me.
We've got the money if we want to bring in somebody
What?
who's gonna win.
You have boosters? What?
I think Lane Kiffin. Like, I'm not saying John Gruden can't win immediately, but I just don't know. I have no track record on him.
Right. No, I get it.
He wasn't always successful in the NFL, right? He had his rough years.
Yeah. The only caveat that I was the reason I brought up John Gruden was the simple fact of he's not working right now. So you could technically hire him and he could start working today.
Yeah. For what though? For what? Just a hope. That's all I'm saying. I'm not ready for. But I'm not ready for a hope anymore.
Right. No. I get where you're coming from. I was just saying hypothetically. I'm more or less take your wants and all that, but like as a coach, like that would be kind of nice if you're gonna fire a coach this early, right? To be able to hire a new head coach, you keep the staff that you already have, have your interim head coach. You bring in your new head coach. He's not even coaching the team this year. All he is doing is figuring out the staff he wants to get and starts getting them together. And obviously, you can interview the staff that's already here, and he can figure out if he wants to keep anybody, as well as hitting the recruiting trail and trying to solidify the recruits that you already have committed, keeping them. That would be the one benefit to it all. That's what I'm saying.
You could be so sneaky about this and just hire him as a consultant or a recruiter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're going to bring so-and-so in as a recruiter. Put name whatever you want in there that's not currently working, not coaching or whatever.
Yeah.
Put them on the recruiting trail. And then once we get close to the end of the year, we're going to be transitioning over to this is your team.
Yep. So
I don't think you could there would be so much speculation and so much if it was my school or my football team, that's what I would do. I would bring somebody that's not. Oh, looks good there. Yeah. With his exposed.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, humble. Obviously, we've talked. I agree with you on Gruden. He's not proven in the collegiate game, right? That's how I would have been. I was kind of skeptical on Belichick too, because as he coached in college, it's a different game. I know Belichick's a good coach, but there's always has been that question mark from day one when he came in. Can he do it at the college game? Right? Obviously, we're still waiting on full results because you can't go off what's happened so far because too small of a sample size yet. But it's just the simple fact. When we hired Matt Rule, I was happy with it because I knew he already coached in college. He'd done it at the college game and done well. Yes, he was in the NFL and got fired from the NFL, but he had done it in college already. So I was fine with that hire. So it's a different story on that. But
you mean a losing record Oregon State coach? It's not the move.
Who is their coach?
I don't know. I honestly don't. Isn't that who you guys hired? Matt Riley?
You're talking about Matt Riley or Mike Riley. I know that.
Mike Riley, sorry. Yeah, but bringing him in with a losing record as a coach, is that a move? Who thought that was a good idea? So there are mistakes of somebody that's trying to be a athletic director of a university versus somebody that knows how to bring in coaches that win.
Yeah.
Like Penn State, like their athletic director, did that dude ever win somewhere? I'd want him in high school. Dude's just, their whole athletic program is, I'd say top 3 in the nation in all college sports across the board. So,
where did Trent Bray play?
I don't understand.
Oh, he played for Oregon State. Okay.
My thing in front of John Gruden is I don't understand the mystique that he has with people that think he's just going to automatically come in and be successful.
Right. I don't.
If you look at it, you even look at his NFL record, he had like
it's not
4
great.
good years.
Yep.
He's a 500 coach of the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying he doesn't know football, but Billy Napier also knows football, and that junk ain't translating to the field, obviously.
Yeah. But John Gruden's the guru on ESPN. Didn't you know?
And then listen, and I'll be the first one to say I was wrong if he ends up somewhere and he does really well. But I'm not ready for another experiment.
Yeah,
you
don't.
You get me. I want something proven.
You don't want to take a chance.
And to me, I know people don't like Lane Kiffin, and I think people don't like Lane Kiffin because how he used to act when he was younger. He would always tweet and act like a child, and Saban's yelling at him on the sideline. But he's mellow now, and and all coaches do stupid stuff. I mean, we just had our running backs coach get suspended 3 games because he went hands-on with an LSU player during a scrum.
Yeah.
Before the game the other day.
I was gonna say, bro, I wanted Lane Kiffin when we hired Rule.
Is that Joe Luke?
So I'm all for Lane Kiffin.
I either wanted Kiffin or Cristobal before he went to Miami, but I knew he was going to Miami because that's just that's where his ties are.
Yeah.
Right. The reason I like obviously Lane Kiffin, obviously there's already ties to the Nebraska program because his dad coached here, Monty Kiffin.
Mm-hmm.
So there was already ties to the Nebraska program. So like yeah, like I wanted like Lane. It was literally Lane Kiffin. I liked Matt Rule. Matt Rule was right up there with him. And then actually the coach that went to Wisconsin, I can't think of his freaking name right now. Actually happy we didn't get him because he's kind of turned Wisconsin into a shitty program. They got their ass whooped by Alabama.
Can you imagine Dwayne Wade would be the Nebraska basketball coach? That'd been insane.
Is he coaching basketball?
No, but his wife with her ties to Nebraska, so it's like.
Oh, Gabrielle Union, yeah.
I started flipping through the pages of my shiny things.
She could go coach. I mean, he could coach at Omaha North. That's where she went to school.
Yeah. Imagine go coach at UNO and they stomp.
That fucking UNO. I think they gave Nebraska a fucking run for their money last year.
Mm-hmm.
For a bit.
Yeah.
And then Nebraska pulled away, but.
Sorry, I'm off topic.
Listen, all the stars aligned for Lane Kiffin to come to the University of Florida. From what I understand, he's back with his ex-wife, an ex-University of Florida alum, former cheerleader. His son, one of his children, I believe, still goes to UF or is attending now. I mean, it's all right there. And I do think he also has a daughter who goes to Ole Miss. I'm not sure. But it's like all the stars point to Florida being an offensive juggernaut and then the defense just being nasty still. It's just,
Yeah.
You're going to be mad if you get anybody else other than Lane Kiffin, aren't you?
I will only be upset. You know me. I will back up whatever.
No, I know.
I will only be upset if the guy is an experiment.
Yeah.
Let me ask you.
If he's never coached at a high level, at a high level, if that made any sense.
Yeah, but who's at fault for that hire in a row? That's what I'm asking. Is like, do you get rid of your AD after another stupid hire?
No, our AD is amazing.
I know,
so
but
he's
that's
missed out on some. But he's missed out on some football players. We have one of the best tracks. When you talk about all-around programs, I would say UF is number one.
yeah.
Our baseball team is consistently in the tournament, College World Series. Our soccer team is
Track and field is great.
Track and field, 4 straight national championships until this year.
Yeah.
Football team's iffy. Basketball just did a great hire. I mean, and we went on sports you never even heard of. We're good at volleyball. Like top 15 in volleyball.
Can't beat us in bowling,
swimming.
But that's fine.
I don't even think we have a bowling team. I think we won.
I know you don't.
We have a national championship. We have a national championship hockey team at Florida. We have a national championship fishing team.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's why I agree. That's why I was throwing Penn State in there, is because I think Penn State's like a top 3. I know you guys already are.
Yeah, I think he needs to stop doing these experiments. I think he has miffed and missed on a lot of head football coaches. And honestly, I think Mullen would have been okay if he just didn't say the recruiting stupid crap. And I don't even think he meant what he meant when he said it. I don't think he meant like recruiting wasn't important. I think he was just sniping back at the reporter saying, I got a season to work on. I got a game tomorrow, whatever. You know what I mean? Recruiting, it's not that recruiting's not important.
Recruiting will happen.
Yes,
right? Like, it's going to happen.
That's what I think people meant, but
yeah.
Fans were stupid. I was upset Mullen got let go, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you with that. I mean,
yeah, but once you've done so many things wrong, like just one little thing, you know what I mean, is to tip over the edge. Like he had some good things, and just like that was kind of the tipping point, right?
Yeah.
I think he was walking the tightrope, and it was just like, just do one more thing.
Yeah, and that's the problem with your typical fan of big schools, because they're only fan of the one sport.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they'll be happy and they'll cheer and be like, oh, our basketball team's awesome, but then they won't cheer for them again unless they win.
Yeah.
Right.
So I get what you're saying. Like, that's all. When I hear about your AD hiring bad football coaches, that's all they think is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. But obviously, we're not just fans of the single sport. We're fans of the program.
Yeah.
In general, on all our programs.
So, I will say this, North Carolina's top 5. I wouldn't say top 3, but top 5 across like all sports.
You were here today. We talked about this, and we brought up, North Carolina. You got a good baseball team.
Yep.
You got good,
North
field
Carolina's
teams.
up there.
You got a good basketball team.
Soccer.
Your football team's not terrible.
Women's soccer, always up there.
Field hockey.
Oh, no, you were here.
Baseball.
So I asked you if Mia Hamm went to the University of North Carolina.
Yeah.
You were here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying is it's like all our programs across the board, like total sports through the whole programs is just unreal.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think Penn State was up there, but I went back and looked, and I'm like, they're now here.
Yeah.
So like that's what surprised me is that if like any of the programs that we had actually got rid of our ADs, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but like it's taken a while to get here. But I think if somebody mistakenly sends somebody away, like that guy would be the cream of the crop.
For Florida, so Humble, like what? I know you want a proven guy. So realistically, when you say proven,
in the SEC,
I would even take a proven. I would even take a proven Big Ten coach with the way that Big Ten has been playing.
Or even Notre Dame, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I know you like Notre Dame's, but so Big 12 probably not.
It depends on the coach and where he has been before.
Okay.
Like I don't know anything about any Pac-12 coaches. Oh shit! I mean USC's not even in the Pac-12 anymore.
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't know anything about.
But like Big 12, I mean, like you got Iowa State, who's been consistently near the top of the Big 12 every year for the last 4 or 5 years.
And he's a name that's also been mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the Arizona State coach is Dillingham has been mentioned. I know you already shot that one down. So
him too. Yeah.
I'm trying to think now. What about Utah? Well, I mean, I don't think the Utah's coach would leave, but what do you think about?
Nowhere. Nah.
Right.
Oh, I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I think he runs a nice, clean program. And you don't ever hear about kids getting in trouble, right? Yeah, I like him. Don't know his name, but I can see his face though.
I know. I can't think of his name right now.
Picture him. I have to look it up now. Kevin something. No.
I want to say it's like
Whittingham.
Dillingham. Okay. I was like, I know it's like Dillingham, but why can't I think of his name? Okay.
Yeah, I can think of
because
Kevin.
It's Whittingham.
Kevin.
K-State, probably not their coach. I mean, he's good, but
I think he knows.
He kind of has inconsistent years. Kansas's coach, probably not inconsistent years.
Is that guy been there forever at Kansas still? Like, it's still that same guy?
He's been there for, like, I want to say, like, 6 years now. Something like that.
Who was the last coach? Was it Les Miles?
For Kansas? Yeah.
Yeah. Was it? Okay.
I think before him it was Les Miles, yeah.
Okay. Leopold.
Yeah.
That's Kansas coach.
That's what it is.
And listen, these guys, like Lance Leopold, might come to the University of Florida and tear it up. Just bring a whole new life to it. Great offense. Just in my mind, I just don't want, like I said, I just don't want to hope. I just don't want to.
Well, I was going to say, and the issue with typically the Big 12 schools, right? I mean, hell, you've seen that, somewhat with, even Oklahoma and Texas or even Missouri, moving into the SEC. The Big 12 is predicated on very strong offenses most of the time, but not great defenses, right? So they've had to kind of shift gears a little bit with, getting into, the SEC mold, because they have to have defenses. You have to have a defense in the SEC. Just like in the Big Ten, you have to have a defense. Like, you could have a strong offense, but if you have no defense, you're fucked. So, in the SEC is very similar. So, taking somebody that, Kansas offense, for the most part, when their quarterback's healthy, like, they're high-powered. And it would, like, that, probably his offensive scheme would fit you guys to a T. Right? With what, like, the skill position players, the quarterback you have, it would fit you guys to a T.
I think the only coach that I would give a pass for as an experiment at UF from the Big 12, there's two coaches. There's Colorado's coach and there's UCF's coach. I'm joking on UCF's coach. No,
what?
I would be probably willing to give Dion a shot because I think he's going to come and tear up the recruiting. Do I want that? No, because I don't think. I don't know. I just see something going on now that he's struggling now without his kids there. They keep rotating around like what? They're back to their first string starter for week one.
I don't know what they're doing.
They're going back to him now this week after starting the other two the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
But everyone else, and like I said, I know one of these guys. There's a guy out there who hasn't had that chance yet, who is going to be a stud. Because that's just what happens, right? New people move up. Like, look at Kirby Smart, right? And like, new people are going to come up and do their thing. I just wish – and Georgia had that problem. Georgia also went through, like, 5 or 6 coaches. I mean, they were still winning here and there, but until they got to Kirby. I just don't want another – just don't want another experiment. I don't know how else to say it.
I was going to say, okay, so would you consider taking – an OC or a defensive coordinator for another SEC, like, let's say, a Georgia program or something like that? Would that be an experiment to you as well?
No, actually. Depending on how long they've been doing it and how much success they've had.
Okay.
Because, like, my short list is, like, they're not all SEC schools, but if I had to pick like my short list, it'd be in no order. I'll just name them: Lane Kiffin, Heupel from Tennessee, dude from Texas, the guy from Notre Dame.
Oh, Sarkisian.
Yeah, Sarkisian from Texas. Which these are all long shots, but these are the guys that I know that if they come to UF, we're gonna be good immediately.
They're gonna thrive. Yep.
The guy from Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman. Love the way he runs that program.
Yeah.
And
we all know that they're 0-2 right now, but they played two good fucking teams.
Yeah, and they played them tough.
So,
they didn't get blown out, right? Yeah.
No. So.
And then there's an offensive coordinator in the NFL that's intriguing. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I have to look him up real quick. What's his name? He was Joe Burrow's offensive coordinator at LSU.
Oh. I can't think of his name either.
Me neither. He'd be kind of intriguing to see if he could come and head coach. But again, to me, that's an experiment, though. I can't think of who my fifth guy was. I know I had a fifth guy who I'd be like, you know what, I'd kind of be okay, and I'd feel at ease if he came over. Shoot, if Clemson wants to run Dabo Swinney out of town, Dabo, come on down to Gatesville, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Hey.
They're going to complain about 9-10 wins every year. You 0-2 after that tough schedule. You started off with
I was going to say they might, though. They might run him out.
I know, it's crazy.
There's a lot of people calling for his fucking head, and it's like, are you fucking serious?
This is how spoiled we've
gotten. You were nothing.
Only one team can win every year. That's
Clemson was literally shit.
Yes.
Until Dabo took over.
Yep.
Dabo made the program that it is today.
Come on down, Dabo.
I can't even fucking say anything because it just baffles me so much. It's just stupid.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know it just makes you just think like we are so spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had Tommy Bowden before him. And he was actually there a long time, and the most games he ever won was 9.
Yeah, he was
the average 7. He averaged about 6 to 7 every year.
He was good.
But then here comes Dabo. 10 wins, 11 wins, 11 wins, 10 wins, 14 wins, 14 wins, 12 wins, 15 wins, 14 wins, 10, 11, 9, 10. And now he's like 1-2. And they're it's like you Clemson fans are spoiled. If you're listening, you're spoiled.
Yep.
And I get it. I get it because everybody was touting them as the most talented team in the country.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? Going into this year.
All these draft
most
picks.
talent, most number 1 picks, most first round picks on the roster, blah, 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 blah. Bro, you got to produce. I hate all these people that, come out and, they have most projected first. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been drafted yet. Do they have the most number 1 or most first round picks now? Probably not. All those guys are dropping in the draft right now. Right? Because they're not producing. So you got to produce on the field. Cade Klubnik has looked abysmal comparatively to.
He's taking a step back.
What he's looked. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like he looked like Heisman Trophy winner the last couple of years because he didn't, in my opinion. And I know they were touting him as a Heisman front runner at the beginning of the year, and I'm like, really? I'm like, what the fuck are you guys seeing? Like, I'm not seeing that.
He had a phenomenal year last year. 3,600 yards, 36 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions last year. That's great production returning.
Yeah,
right. Who do you put ahead of him not ahead of him, but who else? I mean, he's got to be in the Heisman talk to start. Of course, you've got to go play, but just to, it's all just speculative. Just like the rankings, right? I hate preseason rankings, just like I hate preseason Heisman guys. It's got to just say from the returning production. That's a great year. Just like the same dude from LSU, he had a great year last year, and he's kind of stinking it up this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like, well, I mean, he honestly added more weapons than he had last year. So why are his numbers down?
Yeah, it seems like it, right? It's like, what's going on over there and over that other place?
That's just what I don't understand. Like, I mean, you added more pieces.
I'm with you there.
So why are your numbers worse now? I mean, not saying it can't be turned around, right?
Seems like it's happening in a lot of places because Florida added more pieces. Look how bad DJ's playing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's some funny memes on the internet where he's like.
I was gonna say, well, I mean, speaking of that, I mean, we can look at that game right now. I mean, Florida LSU, 20-10, right? I mean, y'all don't turn over the ball. What, 5 interceptions, right? Y'all don't turn over the ball. You guys easily win this game.
Yes, I was just watching an On3 thing before we got on. Let me find it. Let me see if you guys know these names. They're popular guys. Actually, I'm not going to say their names. It might be, yes, Andy Ari and Andy Staples.
Yeah.
And they both are like, they both said, like, even though the score was 20,
so I don't like them.
Even the score was 20-10, the game wasn't as close as the score says it was. I'm like, did you two even watch the freaking game? We had over twice as many first downs, more yards produced. We had almost twice the time of possession.
Are they saying that Florida should have blown the fucking doors off of LSU? Because realistically, that's the way it should have been.
Exactly. They said LSU beat Florida down, and that 20-10 didn't show this game the way it really was. I'm like, that's how I know you guys don't watch football.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I mean, if they're taking into effect the 5 turnovers, which obviously, I mean, there was 5 turnovers. So realistically, with the 5 turnovers, LSU really should have scored more than they did.
But even with the 4 turnovers before, Florida was in field goal range. There was, I'm telling you right now, and I'll put $1 million. There wasn't a single LSU fan in the country that was comfortable until they broke out that long, like 30 or 40-yard run to run the clock out at the end of the game. That's when they were comfortable. That's when they were like, okay.
I was going to say the pick 6 is what.
Well, no, even at the pick, but the pick 6 come up 10.
That's why I'm just saying it made them more comfortable. That's all I'm saying.
No. So you don't get me. You're not getting it. 4 minutes left in the game. We're driving. We're in field goal range. Their offense sucks all night. All Florida has to do is put a drive together and not throw it to the other team. And it's not like anything LSU was doing. This was DJ just throwing the ball up to nobody, like not even reading coverages. So nobody was comfortable until they would hit that 2-minute mark, and Florida had no more timeouts, and they could just kneel the ball.
I agree with you. I'm just saying, you feel more comfortable up 10 versus up 3.
It made them happier for sure, but they weren't comfortable.
Right. You know what I'm saying.
Listen to the coach in his press conference. First thing he was asked about was his offense, and he goes off on the reporter.
Oh, I know.
He later came back and apologized for it.
Yeah, I saw that.
But I mean, it's a valid question. Coach, what's wrong with your offense this year? Quarterback last year threw for like 4,200 yards. Like, what's going on? It's a valid question.
Yeah.
But again, we're human, right? We're human, and we're going to get upset sometimes. And I give him much credit for coming out and apologizing to the guy. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
you're a fan, but that was big of him to do that. He didn't have to.
Yeah.
And then Dabo, Dabo goes off and says, y'all want me out of here? y'all tired of these 9-10 win seasons? All right.
That was kind of funny how he said that. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was like, oh, shit.
I was like, damn.
I don't think, like, so I get the frustration of some of the fans, and I get how it's saying that they're spoiled, but last year was a struggle because they were put too high, right? in preseason.
Who's that?
Clemson.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, Clemson. And then this year, the same thing. They're put too high, and the expectations are set way too high. And obviously, these aren't the easiest games either. So, I don't know.
I mean, the rest of their schedule's fairly fucking easy.
Yeah, and he'll get
They're
8 wins.
They're gonna win. I was gonna say they're gonna win probably 9 games. They'll probably win the remainder of their schedule more than likely.
And they made the college football playoff last year.
Yeah.
After losing their first game.
Yeah, no.
Right. I mean, they got their butts whooped by Georgia, if I remember correctly, last year.
Same thing with Notre Dame's coach is like they won out. Did they win like 10 straight or 12 straight? They lost one early. I think it was 10 or 12 straight that they won.
Look it up. Yeah, you could be right.
Something like that.
It
was something to that extent. I can't remember exactly.
Because we were waiting for them to falter. It's like, man, we like this coach, and it's like,
they beat Texas A&M first game, but then they lost to Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And then just won out and be like, okay, well, hold my beer.
Yep. Until the championship game.
Yeah. So, like, I understand like being critiqued and things like that, but like the coach is going to coach if they are a coach and resilient and be like, we're fucking not losing another goddamn
Oh, that's
game.
right. Clemson dropped out of the rankings, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is kind of rough. I still feel they're a top 25 team.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. Ranking, it work. Like we always say, it's going to work itself out super early.
Yeah.
I mean, they play Syracuse this week, then North Carolina, Boston College, SMU, Duke. Obviously, Florida State's going to be tough. Louisville. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I think Florida State's overrated, and I think they kind of have. Yeah, Furman. Yeah,
and then South Carolina.
Yep, Furman's in South Carolina. Yeah.
Well, and then the last game, South Carolina.
Yeah. I'm almost looking at the schedule as you're reading it. I think Florida State's overrated. I think they kind of have the same schedule that they had 2 years ago with Jordan Travis. I think he covers up a lot of their deficiencies on offense, just like this quarterback's doing this year.
Yep.
I mean, there's no reason this quarterback should be your leading rusher.
Right.
With only 85 yards. I mean,
yeah,
he's only got 389 passing, so it's not like he's tearing it up in the air either. But that's what Jordan Travis did. He was so dynamic that he covered up so much of their defense. Then they had a great defense, and he just covered up so much of their deficiencies on offense. So we'll see.
I still think they're a top 15 team.
I think they deserve.
No.
Yeah, top 15 for sure.
Yeah,
what they've done now. I agree with you.
So Clemson obviously lost to LSU and lost to Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's a good fucking team this year.
I agree.
Georgia Tech probably will finish ranked.
Yeah, it's not like they have some rookie at quarterback. They got a guy who's been there a bit. They can play ball. Yeah.
As long as he stays healthy at
at
quarterback, I think Georgia Tech finishes in the top 25.
But that's, I think, going back to what Humble said about Florida, I said they're in the same boat. Is that
they're running it.
Yeah, he's out there, and I'm not wishing this on anybody, and I hope he does stay healthy. But I think you keep doing it. He's not big. He's not huge. He's not, 230 out there doing that.
Who's that?
Florida State's quarterback.
Yeah. I think he's like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah.
I think we looked it up. Yeah. And especially nowadays with these pads that they wear, like the shoulder pads aren't even shoulder pads anymore.
It's like everybody wears quarterback pads. It's just
so let's say Clemson wins every game other than Florida State. They finish 9-3. Is that gonna be a bad year?
No.
That's potential playoff.
Yeah.
Potential.
I think with them getting kicked out, they have to play
Obviously,
them back in. But
well, I'm just saying that's potential playoff. That would obviously you'd have 2 losses in ACC, because you have Georgia Tech and Florida State.
Yeah.
So you might not be playing for the conference championship. Well, you probably wouldn't be. Well, maybe not. You might actually have a rematch with, like, Florida State in the conference championship at that point. Potentially.
I don't know.
I mean, very possible for them to get right back into it. Now, they got to win, so they got to prove it. But, I mean, we'll see, at that point. As far as the other games, obviously we talked about, South Florida, and, hey, let's see what, South Florida's played, well so far. Let's see what they do, against Miami. I'm still not going to say that South Florida is a damn good team. Miami just didn't get caught by him.
Nope.
Right?
They saw what they did. They're like, all right, that's fine.
Like, seeing what they do to Boise, it's like, okay, well, is Boise as good as they were last year? Which we're finding out that no, they're not. So that win against Boise at the beginning of the year necessarily isn't as good. And really, the only reason South Florida beat y'all is fuck-ups from your team.
Yep, absolutely.
So, ultimately, they could be 1-1 going into that game. And, then, let's say Florida would have beat South Florida. Well, then they might have gotten caught. But they win, those two games. Well, yeah, Miami's not going to. No, they're going to take them seriously, and they took them seriously. I played well. I mean, Miami's played well so far this year. So I got to give them credit. I mean, I wanted to see what they look like, with Carson Beck, because, obviously what, we talked about, Carson Beck, at Georgia, last year, didn't look comfortable, didn't look great. So far, he's looked comfortable. He's looked. I would go back to two years ago, Carson Beck, when he had Brock Powers and all that. That's what he's looking like. So, I mean, we'll see what Miami can do the remainder of the year, but so far they're playing good ball.
See what happens this weekend.
Yep. As long as you guys don't turn over the ball, you guys are in that game. Either way. Georgia, Tennessee.
That's a good game.
I feel so bad for that fucking kicker for Tennessee, though. Like, 42-yard field goal, end of regulation, could have won the game, pushes it right, and then they get the ball in overtime, couldn't really do anything, so again, another 42-yard field goal, drills the hell out of it. Kicks it pure, like, I mean, no matter what it was going, it was good. And then Georgia gets the ball, and, like, I think it was, like, first or second play from scrimmage, they run the ball down to, like, 2-3 yard line.
First play.
Was it the first play? So
yeah,
it's like, at that point, you're like...
Sweet.
Yeah. So at that point, you're like, well, this game's going to be done unless you can cause them to fumble. Like, because they're going to score from the 2-yard line. So, but good game. I mean, good game nonetheless. I mean,
kudos to Georgia, though. They were getting blown out of the stadium in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Tennessee was freaking unstoppable. I was just like, I looked over to my wife. I was like, damn, Tennessee scored again. This is scary.
Yeah. And then Georgia comes back, and then Georgia took a lead. And I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, now Georgia's in the lead? And then Tennessee comes back, takes the lead, then Georgia ties it. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, it was a good game. Just, I mean, nonetheless, like, I mean, that's the type of football I love to see. Unless my team's playing. If my team's playing, I'd rather have us blow them out. But that's just, I mean, realistically, like, I don't like stress. And in these games, I don't stress about it. But when my team's playing, I stress. So I would rather have my team just blow them out. But and then on to the next game, obviously the other big time game of the week, A&M and Notre Dame. That last touchdown pass by A&M was crazy.
Yeah, the thing how it was set up by, wasn't that the game with the drop snap on the extra point?
Yep. By Notre Dame. Yep.
Yep. Oh, man, can you imagine?
Yeah, Notre Dame took a 7-point lead up, and then, or 6-point lead.
Yeah.
Had the chance to kick the extra point. The snapper went to put the ball down. It, like, slipped and fell. He got up, tried to roll out and throw it. Fell incomplete. And then A&M, I mean, that quarterback just basically threw that ball up.
Yeah, he did.
Threw it up. Who was that? Reed for A&M, right? Marcel Reed?
Yes.
Just threw the ball up, and I think it was their tight end, if I remember correctly. It just basically checked the DB. Put his body in between ball and caught it. Like,
I'm going to look up that guy. I think that guy, yeah, he had 2 catches all season before that.
Yeah.
That tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of an amazing play to watch. Just the defender had no chance. He was just like being boxed out so perfectly.
Yeah.
He had no chance to get to the ball. Yeah,
it was like a center boxing out a point guard.
Yeah. It's just like, it was so weird watching it in real time. Just looked unreal.
Obviously, we already talked about the upset from Georgia Tech. We had the big upset, Vanderbilt over South Carolina. Obviously, South Carolina, Lenora Sellers went down. When did he go down? Did he go down early in the game? I didn't necessarily see this game.
First quarter, from what I understand.
So he went down? Okay.
Yeah.
So the game was still close at that point, and then basically Vanderbilt just took off from there.
Yeah, and that has nothing to do with the defense, right? So still, for South Carolina's defense to give up all those points.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, your offense might be effective, but damn, then you just give up 31 points. It's the Pavia. That might be the new dude. He might be right.
I saw something. Can't remember what it was. It was something like Diego Pavia said that, like, if they win something,
I know what you're gonna say. Yeah.
somebody could date his mom or something like that.
Yeah, Theo Vaughn.
Oh, Theo Vaughn, that's what it was. That was what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Theo Vaughn, yeah.
Yeah. And I think after the game, Theo Vaughn tweeted out something like, "When should I pick her up?" or something like that.
Right.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. I like Theo Vaughn.
Yeah. Theo Vaughn's hilarious.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think he's just naturally funny. I don't think he really even needs to think of bits. I think just things just pop in his head. The most random dumb stuff. Oh man. He's one I'd probably like to sit down and watch a game with, have some drinks, you know what I mean? Just chill and just listen to him talk.
Yeah. All right, so that is all the games I think we needed to touch on from last week. We'll jump into some of the games. Damn, we got oh, that's a Saturday, I guess. Okay, they're all Saturday. Oh, I'm on top 25. That's why. I know we got actually could be a decent game Friday night. Not ranked on either side, but Rutgers and Iowa. This is a Friday night game. Rutgers is 3-0. Iowa's now 2-1. It'll be interesting to see. Since Iowa has a quarterback that can't fucking throw the ball.
When haven't they?
I mean, granted, they haven't really had a quarterback that can throw the ball for quite a few years, other than two tight ends. Like, that's the only thing they throw at. So, as far as, like, the top 10, 15, do you think there's any big changes or variances that, you potentially would make in that realm?
Talking about ranking?
Let me bring up the rankings.
Yeah, just like in the top, like the AP, the top 15. If there's any big changes that you would make in it, I mean, yeah, we could put, Tennessee higher, whatever. Like, I mean, there's some of those caveats where we could move a team up, a few spots, and this team down a few spots. But ultimately, is there a team like at 2 that you think should be at 10, or at 3 that you think should be barely in the top 10 versus ranked 3rd? Like LSU's 3rd right now.
I think LSU's overrated.
Like they're undefeated.
I don't think they're playing like the 3rd best team. I get that they're undefeated.
Right, they're undefeated, but yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, are they really playing like the 3rd best team in the country? I don't think so.
See, that's what hurts. Like, I think like rankings coming up is that yes, they've won games that have been in front of them. Like, it was a couple years ago, like Iowa. They were just there, right? They won the games. It wasn't pretty. They were there, and then when they actually got matched up against somebody, they just get slammed. And I think.
Well, I mean, Iowa didn't play any ranked teams.
Yeah,
for the most part that year.
They did what they were supposed to do.
They had a very easy schedule, right?
But at the same time, they were ranked way higher than they should have even started, and then getting pushes higher than they should have. And I think that's what inflates.
LSU, beat a ranked team to start out the year. Yeah, it was a close game. 2 points or whatever. Barely beat another ranked team. Or non-ranked team or whatever. So it's I just don't know if they're really
you could take any of the teams in the top 10 and make an argument for them being ranked too high. I mean, maybe in my opinion, the one who's looked the best has been Miami. And I hate to say that, being a Florida fan, because yes, Ohio State's also 3-0, but they barely beat Texas, who's struggling at offense.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went ahead and beat 2 teams that are from, like, I get it, Grambling and Ohio, but those are 2 teams that you'd pick back in the old college video games if you wanted a challenge, right? If you wanted to take one of the worst teams.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then once conference schedule hits, then we'll start seeing more. Like what
we'll see more fluctuations.
We'll see a little bit of that this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, yeah. I mean,
Oregon play Oregon State.
Yeah, Oregon State's fucking trash.
I know, but I'm saying like just like the conference.
Bad. Well, Oregon State's not in the same conference as Oregon.
I know, but
like Oregon's a good thing. They beat Montana State by a bunch, destroyed Oklahoma State, But then, yeah, they beat Northwestern 34-14. But like we all said, like how bad Northwestern is. You figured that'd be a bigger blow up. But it's just so hard right now to just judge these teams based on the quality of their opponents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they dropped Oregon, 2 spots. Texas at 8. I don't agree with that. I mean, Texas should be top 15, but I don't think they should be top 10.
Yeah, they are really struggling in Texas right now.
Alabama beats Wisconsin and jumps 5 spots.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, Wisconsin's a hell of a team.
Not in the top 80, are they?
I'm joking.
I know you're joking.
I was being facetious.
You're being.
I like that word.
Being feces.
Again, I think they are severely sleeping on your Nebraska team. I think you guys should be ranked by now.
Well, I sent him the ESPN RPI. Put him at 17th.
Yeah.
Okay, we figured out what that was. So basically what that is saying is how they will finish the remainder of the schedule. So
FPI. There it is.
Basically, that ranking is the power index ranking. So it's basically saying from the remainder of their games, so there's obviously 9 games left. From the 9 games left, they're basically
saying you're going to win 9.
We should win. Yeah, I mean, we should lose
2.
Probably 2 games. Well, 2. Well, I mean, 2 games would be 10-2.
So 2.9. So
right, 2 to 3 games is what we should lose the remainder of the year.
Now I see it.
7.5.
Now I see it. Oh, look at Alabama up there, 8-6 at number 3.
Right.
Yeah, right. That's all.
What
the
fuck?
That's the one that stuck out to me as in like what?
They're going to 8 wins and they're 3rd.
And then look at Florida. They got Florida projected to go 4-8, but still be like the 28th best team. It's like, okay.
What the fuck? What the hell is this? Did somebody slam their head on the keyboard when they did this? Look at this. Yeah, Memphis Tigers.
For Alabama, what's it saying?
8-3, basically. It's 8.6 to 3.7, so I would say 8-3. 8-3.
Yeah, 9-4 or 9-3. Yeah.
Okay.
But
they got Oregon and Ohio State at either 10-1 or 11-1 or 10-2.
Yeah, and that because they both have pretty easy schedules.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon especially.
USC, really? Okay.
I mean, Oregon plays 2 potential ranked teams, if I remember correctly.
How is Ole Miss at 10 and 2.4? Just no. You tie a game? Somewhere in there? What the hell? It doesn't math.
That should be like 9. Yeah, that's weird.
It should be 9.6 and 2.4.
Yeah, but somebody wanted to put in there. No, we're 10.
Even if you add all of them up, they all go above 12 slightly.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah, like 10.7 and then 1.9. That's like 12.6 or something like that.
Yeah.
For like Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And then 12.5 for Ohio State. So maybe that's how it works. Let's look at the next one down. 12.3. Oh, no, because the next one's 12.5. Yeah, so I don't know.
So right now, like the heaviest percentage I can see to win the conference is Miami to win theirs. Oregon to win theirs.
51%. Damn, yeah.
So Miami and Oregon to win both of theirs is heavy percentage.
Hey, Florida's got a 0.1%.
I'm not going to scroll down far enough to see where the fuck I'm at.
I'll throw some money down on that one. I'll find you.
What's Utah? 23% to win theirs.
Oh wait, it's not UNC. It's probably going to say North Carolina, isn't it?
Georgia's 28%
Utah
to win theirs.
Utah right now, it's basically, Utah and Iowa State.
Yeah. I'm just seeing the percentage of them winning.
I'm just saying Utah, Iowa State, and Texas Tech are the front runners at this point.
They've got you at number 82. If you want to scroll down and look at that, like in the middle of the Power Index is the ranking, which is weird. So if you just want to scroll those numbers down to 82, that's where you're at. I think they got 5 and 7 is what they have predicted for you.
They went even lower than I did. Damn.
And they jumped Georgia Tech up a lot, and Vanderbilt. I know they beat,
How the fuck is Colorado at 59? I think North Carolina could beat 50. North Carolina could beat Colorado.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I agree.
And they put them at 4.5 and 7.6, and they're ranked 59th.
So they're projected to win like 4 to 5 games?
4 to 5 games.
Yeah.
And they're ranked 59th. We're projected the same with an easier schedule.
Is your schedule easier?
Yeah, I think ours is. Ours is pretty easy. We have the padded. Oh, I guess this next game isn't because of the way UCF is playing. Like if we beat UCF and then go into Clemson and then beat them, but I'm realistic, so like UCF first.
I'm still baffled about how Gio Lopez is still your starting quarterback.
I said the same fucking thing. I'm like, what are we doing? Like,
maybe he is the best guy on there, but it just seems like he just bogs you guys down.
He does.
With his style of play.
Okay, here's what I saw from his play is that
you play at the same time. We can watch the game live together. Yay! Because I'm going live during the Nebraska games, so if you wanted to get on at 2:30.
I'll have to see.
We could do both of our games live.
Lopez, I think he is an athlete. I don't think he's a quarterback. I'll put it that way. I think.
I like that. So he's like Antoine.
He's got an arm. He's got an arm, but what type of accuracy, right? He's got an arm.
It's not that. It's that I think he wants to do too much, and it's just not a decisive thing. Where I think with Max is just, I know what I'm doing.
He knows he's going to pass.
I'm going to go through my reads, go through my progression, and then I can maybe run.
Yeah. He's not doing what, Lopez is
he bottles it up. The offensive line is clustered.
Too much.
It creates so much confusion because it's either, okay, especially with an offensive line that this is new. These offensive linemen are all new. I think 2 are here. Were here before. But what it creates is that they don't know, as an offensive line, we're blocking or passing. Right? With Max, we know it's passing, and once we get to like 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, he's probably trying to either run or he threw it out. That's your progression. With him, he all of a sudden just, decides like I'm going to try to run in between three people trying to block and create an alley, and you're sitting there trying to block for a pass. It's just, I don't. It
and then in turn creates
with a running
holding
back
penalties and so on. Yeah,
it's too much time. Like there's 5 thousandths, 5 seconds. That's it. That's what you get back there. Running play, passing play, whatever it is, delay, RPI, whatever it is, a max of fucking 5 seconds is what those offensive linemen have to think. That's what they should be limited to. And I think with him, like, even having a running back to block because some of the offensive line is getting penetrated from, it creates just a traffic jam of just shit. So, I don't know.
Max Johnson hurt, Barrett?
No.
No, I didn't type in Max. Okay, because your second quarterback in that Richmond game wasn't him.
Did he leave?
His name is, it's a weird name. I can't pronounce it. Tory Newkirk. Newkirk. He had one pass against Richmond for an interception, but there's like no stats for Johnson, unless he came in and just handed the ball off, and then they put in a third string. Maybe that's what happened.
I was going to say, or it could have been maybe a trick play where that was a receiver that passed the ball, potentially.
I thought that too, but he's labeled as a quarterback on the depth chart, so that's what I thought. I thought maybe it was end around or something. Like you. That was my first thought. Maybe he's not hurt. Okay, I don't see anything about him being hurt. Okay.
No, he shouldn't be.
Okay. I just don't understand why he wasn't number 2 coming off the bench. I didn't get to watch your game. I couldn't find it.
I couldn't either. So.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Good old Fox, you know?
Yeah. I didn't even think about YouTube. Damn it. I actually did watch one game on YouTube. Son of a gun. Oh, well.
Yeah, he's a freshman. He's active. 6'3", 200 pounds.
There's nothing.
Yeah, they might have had something drawn up for him. You know, a Bill Belichick thing.
Yeah, and all I've seen from Johnson, really, because I don't get to see your off-season play at all. Just the time that he came in, and he just looked so sharp in that first game that y'all played.
Yeah.
When they were down.
Yeah,
like he just
came in. I think he had one incompletion. He just looked so sharp.
Oh, he had 2, but he was 82%, 103 yards. Like.
Okay. Yeah, see, I thought he only had 1. That's how sharp he looked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had 190 RTG rating. So, like, I don't understand. Like, what didn't he show you? And I hate to say it, and this is what I always thought with Belichick, is that he is a run-first person on offense. That's why maybe I wish. I say this for the player. Hampton needed to leave, because if he was still here, this would be no disrespect to any of the running backs we have now, but it would have been 90% run, 10% pass. Like he wouldn't even look to the air. So,
I mean, last week it wasn't that way though.
What?
No, he means if he was still here,
if he was,
Belichick would ride that horse. Is what I'm saying.
He'd ride that donkey into the ground.
I mean, your running back had 149 yards rushing.
No disrespect against like shit.
23 carries.
Yeah, and then Lopez had another 74.
Right,
but your quarterback. Well, I mean, but that you don't know how many of those were scrambles. They might not have been quarterback runs.
Yeah, but we're also talking about it. If we go back, let me go back to the game against TCU, the loss. No, I don't want TCU stats. You dumb fuck. 31 rushing yards against TCU. was the highest rusher.
Oh, yeah, I get that. TCU's decent defense. I guess, okay. No, okay, I'll take that back. Your running back, he has 23 carries for the season, 14 carries for the game. So you have 31 rushes total for the game.
Yeah.
Your quarterback ran 11 times. But that's not Belichick's, style, though. A quarterback run?
That's why I don't know why he's going with him.
Right? I mean, look at all the quarterbacks he had at New England. None of them were running quarterbacks. Matt Castle was probably the closest to a running quarterback that he had.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to do something different, but
he's thinking. I think he's thinking too much because he knows, a lot of the collegiate game is dual threat, but that doesn't mean they have to be run first quarterbacks.
Yeah, but you're going to TCU that's a heavily, I would have thought TCU should be able to stop the run. Even looking at last year, the game they went against Colorado at the beginning of the season, kind of copy-paste. They couldn't stop the pass, right? So if I'm looking at the roster of TCU from last year when they played Colorado the first game.
That wasn't last year. That was 2 years ago.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
But what I'm saying is they demolished the fucking run, but couldn't stop the pass.
Yeah, but Colorado fucking couldn't run the ball, period.
I know.
That year.
And
in general.
And the same thing is I think he looked at that film or something. Here's my opinion, is that he looked at that film from the Colorado game at TCU 2 years ago of I need a scramble quarterback to create plays. But you don't. You just need a quarterback to make passes.
Yeah.
Not run around the field for 45 seconds and then throw an interception. Or get sacked for 15-yard loss.
Yeah, I mean, and you look at Lopez's average yards per, must be completion, but 6.6, that's low. That's really low.
Yeah, let's see.
He had 10 passes for 18, or 10 for 18 for 119 yards.
For the year this year, he is 58% completion.
Yeah.
In my mind, and when Max came in, I was like, okay. Didn't get to see much because he went out. So we're stuck with Criswell or who was? Either way, it was a different scheme, run, and it was kind of like, okay, well, now all of a sudden we have a different type of offense, which could be good for a game or two, and it wasn't. So.
Is Hood injured too?
No. I don't know
why. Is he not?
I don't know why he's not. I don't know why he's not playing Hood. Caleb Hood, I think, is our best running back. But he seems to think the ship is. So I don't know. I don't know if he thinks
that
the
ship is.
Yeah.
Who? You mean June?
Well, he's played Gauze. I haven't seen Hall.
all ran against Charlotte 3 carries for 3 yards.
Yeah, but, I mean, we literally have 9 running backs.
I know. You ran 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 against Charlotte.
Yeah.
And June was the one that had 9 carries for 52 yards.
He might be saving Hood just because of the game, but, like, Hood is in my eyes, the go-to running back.
I mean, Hood had 5 carries for 15 yards against Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't think he had anything this week.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he did, it was damn near nothing.
I don't think he had anything against Richmond. I just ran June.
Yeah.
June's a freshman.
That's why I'm wondering if he's hurt. I mean, June, average-wise, has been the best producing average.
Yeah, but you're going against Richmond, so like I don't know.
Even against Charlotte, Hood had a 3-yard average. June had almost 6-yard average per carry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just.
I understand what you're saying. It's just
I'm looking at box score, so that's all I have.
Yeah.
Anything that I know of. But yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? Well, time will tell. Hood's just a power, like A to B type of person.
Whereas maybe June is a little bit more speed based.
He is. He has a good first, like 3-yard.
So maybe that's what they're trying to go with.
Yeah. Like his 3-yard burst into the hole is good. Caleb's just fucking powerhouse. Like if the offensive line isn't blocking right, you put him in there and he gets 5. So
UCF early call is a 7.5 point favorite right now.
I'm surprised it's only that much.
And same with Miami. And then, Michigan 1.5. So that dropped down.
Yeah.
Bro, it's been weird. Like, I think it opened at like 1 or 1.5, dropped down to a half point, and then back up to like 2.5 points that I've seen. So it's just been like kind of going back and forth in that range for the Nebraska-Michigan game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So I mean, ranking-wise, I know we all agreed Florida State shouldn't be 7, right?
Yeah.
Realistically, I mean they're good. Don't get me wrong, but I mean I still don't trust Alabama. You know, so we'll see on that. The others, I mean, I wouldn't change too much. LSU would probably be the biggest one I would change. LSU or maybe Texas, because I don't think either one of them deserve to maybe be in the top 10, in my opinion.
I mean, after that game with Tennessee and like them just to stay stagnant at 15, that kind of pissed me off. Like, I know you lost, but, like, half a second something else, and then you're in the top 5?
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you showed that you could compete. I know you lost, and I know it's a hate thing of, like, moving somebody up when they lost, but, like, in my mind, that shows that you're probably a top 10 team. I wouldn't put you in the top 10. I'd probably move you up at least 1 to say, hey, I know you lost, but Here's a little nod towards it.
I mean,
I wouldn't move. I'd move Alabama right the fuck out below them.
That's exactly my point. Would you not move them to 13 and say Ole Miss and Alabama? Why? No, there's no point in you moving up 4 and 5.
Yeah.
You could say that. You could say that for Oklahoma, Iowa State.
Yeah,
all 4 of those teams.
Yeah.
Because none of them have played anybody that week. Well, A&M just beat who they beat.
They beat Notre Dame by 1 point, but to jump 6 points, it's like 6 spots.
I get it. They beat the number 8. They're the only one I can legit say, okay, I'm okay with you moving up. And then I would put Tennessee at 11, is what I'm saying. I would move Tennessee up even though they lost, because Bama did beat Wisconsin, but still, Ole Miss played nobody, Iowa State played nobody, Oklahoma played nobody, and they're all jumping so high.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Should Notre Dame have been 8?
I mean, it's not whether they should have been or shouldn't have been. They were. You know what I mean? But that's what we gotta go by. They were 8.
Right, but I mean, realistically, they're not. I mean, at 0-1, should they have been the 8th best team? No.
I can't discredit Texas A&M's win. They beat the ranked team. You know what I mean? You wouldn't discredit the Nebraska's win if they beat the number 8 team and they dropped like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I can't discredit that. Should they have been 8? I mean, I honestly think Notre Dame's a top 10 team. I think they had a top 10 roster. Whether that's going to turn out to be that way by the end of the season, I do. I mean, they lost to Miami by 3, who I think realistically should probably be number 1 right now. And then they lost to Texas A&M on a last-second touchdown pass.
Yeah,
you got Miami number 1?
Yeah, just because of how they played so far this year.
I'd probably still have Penn State number 1, but I'd agree with Miami probably 2.
That's fine, but I mean, who's Penn State playing?
They really haven't played anybody, but they've done what they're supposed to do.
You're right, and so did Miami against
right.
So that's why I put Miami 1. I get you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, Penn State played Nevada, Florida International, and Villanova. I mean, does Villanova still play? Is that their basketball team playing football?
I got a question. Should there be like a icon of like a sucker pacifier of how many teams are sucking these teams off, like next to it, identifying like how much they get bloated up? But in all honesty, it's like so maybe I'll start a troll account and I'll just start this and just have like a pacifier or dildo next to these teams' names and just say, here's how much you guys suck these guys off, and let the comments roll and be like, hey, 4,000 comments on Ohio State. You guys are really going at it. I don't like. This is what the demographic of like football fans are like people that pay attention to the sport, or people that just don't listen or look at anything, and they only look at their team and if they're winning. And it doesn't matter what the win is, where they start preseason, whatever it is, they are just throb-knobbing on that. We're going to win everything, and we never lose.
80% of the SEC is in the top 25 right now.
Was that another comment? Is that another pacifier, or is that just another...
I'm just saying, 80% of the SEC is in the top 25 right now.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
They have 12 teams in the top 25. The next closest is the Big Ten with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
I count again. I'm only counting 11. Who the hell am I missing?
You got Missouri, Auburn. So 1, 2. Vanderbilt, 3. Tennessee, Alabama is your 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma, A&M, 7. Texas is 8. Georgia, 9. Okay, so 11.
LSU 10, and then you missed Ole Miss. Ole Miss. You went from Alabama to Oklahoma.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's still a lot, right? And it's still early.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
11 teams. It's like, and it's just based off that name recognition because that's just how they started, right? They just started higher in their, which is again, I hate preseason rankings. We all do. We all can't stand them.
I'm gonna joke, but I'm gonna joke because obviously ESPN is paired with the SEC, so I mean, maybe there's a little bias there.
Could be. But this is the AP. Let's look at the ESPN's FPI. They probably had even more. I mean, shit. They got Florida winning 4 games and being ranked 28th.
I wonder on, because I want to see how many, like, what AP writers. It would be kind of interesting to see how it is divided. How many AP writers there are that can vote. And where they're all situated. Like, how many SEC AP writers, how many, Big Ten, how many,
just send
Big
him
12,
to
so on and so forth.
the Pat McAfee show. What's his name on there as an AP voter?
What?
Do with the cowboy hat. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in.
There's a lot of them that are.
I know, but just ask him, be like, how many of them are you?
He has no idea.
Yeah, he does.
I guarantee he doesn't know.
I guarantee they do.
That he knows how many are from the Big Ten and all that?
I'm just saying total.
Well, no, I want to know. I want to know how many are in the Big Ten.
I gotcha.
How many AP writers are that can vote?
Well,
are Big Ten writers? How many are SEC? How many are?
Well, get your ass as a Big Ten writer.
Okay, so what's weird, unless somebody's not throwing out a rankings, so you would think everybody with an AP vote would put out a first place vote, right?
Yeah.
So if you count all the first place votes, you get 66 on the AP side.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing there's 66 AP voters. I'm not sure where their demographics are. Like, that would be kind of curious, interesting to see.
Yeah.
And then, but over on the coaches side, you've got 67 first play votes handed around. So they must have 67 coaches they asked, but only 66 AP, right, people, whatever, reporters or whatnot.
So how do they choose the 67 coaches?
I don't know. That's weird.
Because there's more than 67 fucking FBS teams.
The AFCA coaches poll. What coaches? I'm going to find out.
Because there's literally, 120 or 130 coaches in the FBS?
Yeah, you think they'd all have a vote.
Right.
Oh, the panel is chosen by random draw. Sorry. So every year it's random?
So all the coaches vote, and then they just select whatever one they want?
I think it's by year. I'm trying to find out exactly how it goes. Because it says here the panel is chosen by random draw, conference by conference, plus independents from a pool of coaches who have indicated their willingness to participate. So I guess some coaches are just like, I don't.
So you could have all the Big Ten coaches say, I don't want to vote.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
And then you're gonna have definitely inflated polls. Potentially.
These polls are fucking ass.
Very much so they could be like that, right? Interesting.
That's dumb. That's just stupid.
I don't know why, but I just figured every single coach at D1 had a vote.
That's what I thought too. That's just stupid.
Sunday paper, look at the box scores, and just pull out a vote.
Right. Well, and half the time half the time it's not the coaches. They put it on their fucking assistant. Hey, you vote.
Yeah, right.
Fill it out.
I said, hey, who do you think? Fill this out for me, Jimmy.
I mean, which is fine.
What the hell, Buffalo with a first place vote?
Yeah. Never would have seen it.
Buffalo Bills are so good. I love Josh Allen. Ah, son.
Damn, now I have even less faith in the fucking polls. Jesus Christ.
Kind of a good
I already
thing we
thought
do.
I didn't have enough. I already thought I didn't have faith in the fucking polls. Now it's even worse.
So it's kind of a better thing that we have a committee then, right? That's kind of. Just think about back in the day, like all these people who split championships or were voted in and got left out. Those teams left out of the day, it's undefeated, but they don't get a vote. Number one vote in poll.
I mean, I'd be fine with the BCS. To be honest, like the old BCS, like the computer rankings and all that shit.
Yeah, I didn't mind the BCS.
Selecting a playoff.
Yeah.
I didn't like it selecting the top 2 teams because that's just stupid. But selecting a top 12, I'd be fine with the BCS model. Selecting that.
And it's just so hard for the BCS to be truly fair because it doesn't take into effect, say, the weather conditions that day. Right? Like, this team should have beat this team by 10, but it poured, and neither team could really run and do anything, so you only won by 3, so you get a little bit less of a look in the BCS's computer because you didn't cover the spread like you should. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not that it happens a lot, but it's kind of hard to put in that kind of an element into a computer. That's why I'm saying I'm okay with picking 12, not just the final 2. I'm agreeing with you with the final 2.
Right.
Because not every game is going to be weighted evenly, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you know, with the BCS, I mean, they had 12 different computer polls they pulled from.
Yeah, something like that.
They had the AP and the coaches poll in it, and then they had like 12 computer polls that they pulled from to get their true numbers and rankings for everything. So, like, I'm fine with that type of... Well, and then, what was it? Strength of schedule. That was the other portion of it. Was strength of schedule. That also factored in. Which, it's like, yeah, figuring out the top 2? No, because, like, somebody can be left out on that aspect. But for the top 12... I'd be fine going back to the old BCS model. Picking the top 12. With all the computer polls and all that. Especially even more now that we've talked about and know how kind of few those, the AP and the coaches poll could potentially be.
Nobody wants a computer to decide, but nobody wants random ranking from who knows Billy Bob Thornton.
Right.
I could start a blog and get an AP fucking vote. Maybe that's what. Maybe that's what I should run with. Is I'll start my own.
It might be a little hard. It might take you a little while to get that, but
yeah. Well, seems like they let anybody do it.
It can take a little while. But that's all I'm saying.
I'll email colleges and ask them if I can be a coach.
All right, let's go week 4. Just some of the bigger matchups. We start off the day. Looks like, I don't know if this has to be Big Noon kickoff, which is surprising because it's Big 12, but Texas Tech in Utah. So top 25 matchup. Texas Tech goes into Utah. Both at 3-0 right now. I haven't watched any of Texas Tech, so I have no idea what to expect from them. I have seen Utah. I like what Utah is doing so far this year. I don't know. I can't really get a beat on this because I don't know what Texas Tech is.
Heavy pass offense.
quarterback puts up some good numbers.
Yeah.
So far. And I'm with you. I haven't watched Texas Tech yet. I watched a couple, like bits and pieces of their games, and they looked really good. Utah did. They looked to be playing at a really good level. That's a tough one.
Only thing I don't like, I just looked at, obviously the top passer for Utah and top rusher are the same person. Their quarterback.
Yeah.
He has 628 yards passing and 198 yards rushing.
Oh, for Utah.
Yeah.
For Utah.
Yeah, he's dynamic like that. Yeah, I agree with you. That is kind of a scary thing to see.
Yeah, I don't think either team's been tested, to be honest, this year. Yeah.
No, not really. Not really, no.
So, obviously, this is going to be a testament to offense and defense.
If you want a ticket, you can buy a ticket for as low as $133.
Yeah. I kind of like Texas Tech in this, but that's my old bones coming in there.
The only reason I'm going, I'm wanting to side with Utah is it's at Utah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough place to play.
Only at night, though.
No,
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying it's still a tough place to play no matter what.
Utah at night, they don't lose. Utah day, they lose. That's my thought.
Not necessarily.
I'm saying. I'm just saying. That's my thoughts.
They're 3-0, and not all those games were at night. I'm being a smartass.
This would be a tough one.
I think this will be a really good game. Hell of a game to start out the day with, too.
Yeah.
Right?
I gotta wake up early.
I mean, this is going to be a great day of football. I mean, we got this game starting out, and then it leads right into Parents' game, my game, and then after our game, we got Florida and Miami. I'm gonna have a fun day of watching football.
Yeah.
Before I leave for Kansas on Sunday.
Yeah. You're going down for training.
Yeah, I start on Monday.
Nice. Oh, I didn't know you accepted.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna have to take your stuff down there with you so you can podcast in the middle of the week. At least you're in an apartment now.
Yeah, I've thought about maybe taking my laptop down and see if I can do it from that. But I don't know.
I want to try that before you take it with you. Otherwise, it'd be worthless.
I mean, obviously, I'm not taking the PC and all that. No, first off, I'm taking my dad's car. I'm not gonna have that much fucking room to pack shit. So.
I still like Texas Tech on this one.
I was gonna say border war, Oregon State.
Oregon's gonna destroy them.
Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah, that's. I don't think that's a non-issue.
Yeah, Oregon State is just kind of like fell off.
Yeah.
And
their head coach is a former linebacker coach for Nebraska, Trent Bray. Good guy, but
Oregon State has a offense, but they do not have a defense.
No. Ooh. Kent State? Joking.
Yeah.
Kent State, Florida State. That'd be interesting. Wow, I'm actually surprised on that. spread, so I'll talk about that one in a bit. But obviously, another ranked matchup. We got Auburn, Oklahoma. I think Auburn's a good team this year. I really do. And I think they're going to make some hay in the SEC. I just don't see this game being one of them. I think Oklahoma wins this game at home. I trust Oklahoma's quarterback on this. I think is where I stand on this game, but I'm not saying like Auburn could make a run to be upper half.
I think if they control, I think if Auburn controls possession with a run and limits Oklahoma's possession, I think Auburn can win this game.
They could. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the only way Auburn, I think, has a chance is if they can run.
Mm-hmm.
So Oklahoma could stop the run, then they're going to run away with it, I think. Yeah. But if Auburn can just run like they've been doing all year,
mm-hmm.
they're gonna be right in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing is, obviously, I think it's strength on strength because I think Oklahoma's defense, their D line is their strength, right? So I think them stopping the run, I think it's strength on strength in that aspect. So we'll see who prevails there. Auburn's got a good defense too. But Mateer is playing damn good ball to start out the year for Oklahoma. So,
yep.
If I'm a betting man, am I picking Oklahoma to cover? I don't know about that. On this 6.5, I could see Oklahoma winning by a field goal. I think it'll be a close game.
I'm going underdog week. I'm going Auburn.
I mean, we don't have to make picks.
I don't care. I'm making a pick.
I hear you. I'm just not recording them, so we don't have to make picks. We're just talking about the games.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
I'm just making my pick.
I'm throwing it out there.
Yep. I'm throwing that out in the ether.
Yep. Get my AP ready to go. Auburn's are number 10.
I was 13th ranked. Ole Miss only favored by 13.5 against Tulane at home.
Tulane
just beat somebody. It was funny. Tulane's quarterback transfers somewhere. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. Tulane's quarterback transferred to Duke and then lost to Tulane.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. Good call, Parrot.
Yeah. I think our offenses are evenly matched. So, I don't know. I think
I was just surprised when I saw the spread.
If I was gonna,
obviously, I think Ole Miss is winning this game, but I was just surprised when I saw only 13.5.
It's 12.5 on mine now.
Oh, really?
Is their starting quarterback back? That's another question. Their starting quarterback got hurt and didn't play last week.
Simmons?
For Ole Miss, yeah. They're and that's another thing I love about the backup comes in and throws for like 340 yards. I have to look it up real quick. Ole Miss, it was against Arkansas. Yes, the backup quarterback, Trinidad Chambliss, played. 21 of 29 for 353 and one touchdown.
He might actually be better.
Don't know what happened, Austin Simmons. He was 1 for 1, 4 yards and a touchdown. So I don't know if he obviously got hurt somehow.
Bro, I gotta root for fucking Tulane's quarterback though. It's not exactly my name, but it's a German name, Ratzlaff.
Oh, my bad. I was looking at Arkansas's quarterback. Yeah, so maybe that might lead to why the spread's so low. If Austin Simmons is already out.
Damn.
I don't know.
Tulane's quarterback is their whole fucking offense, bro.
Yeah.
522 passing yards and 288 rushing yards.
Yeah, he is. I see that. And 6 touchdowns on the ground. 2 in the air, 6 on the ground. Okay, Tebow.
Yeah. I mean, Duke's. He played against Duke, which is, sufficient. I compare them to Kentucky that played against Ole Miss, played against Kentucky.
Duke's not good this year. Honestly, Duke's not good this year.
Going underdog, going Tulane.
I like it.
I know you don't want my picks, but I don't care. I'm giving.
Hey, actually, bro, I kind of want to go with you.
Hey.
I want Tulane to fucking win this game, to be honest. Hey.
Me too.
Maybe that might be...
Booing Lane Kiffin.
That's what I was going to say. That would fit into your narrative more.
Yes.
I've already hit up his MySpace page, trying to do a GoFundMe to bring him over to US.
Yeah, and check his MySpace page since 2010.
Did you get his AOL email too?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
All right. Michigan, Nebraska.
Michigan.
Okay.
So he thinks you're a better team. He said he was going underdog.
I'm kidding.
He said he was going underdog.
Damn.
I'm kidding. I'm going Michigan. I'm doing the reverse psychology. I'm going all in.
I hear you.
I'm going all underdogs, and I'm going Nebraska. Sorry.
Are you guys really not favored in this game still?
No. We're a dog, 1.5.
I remember us talking about it. I just don't remember.
I think you start
That's right.
2.5, 3.5 to the beginning, I think.
It started, well, when I first saw it was 1.5. It dropped to 0.5 point. Then it went back up to 2.5.
Yeah.
Now it's at 1.5 again.
Yeah. I started the underdog week, bro. Got to stick with the underdogs.
I mean, I think we win by 10 plus. Honestly, I think we win by 10 plus.
They're picking this as just a maybe 2020 game, 2024.
I mean, Rayola's fucking passing 76%. Are you like what? Michigan's pass defense is not that good. Our O-line passing is actually pretty damn good. Our O-line run blocking, they're okay.
I do think you win by 10.
Yeah.
I think you win by 10 because I think I don't think Bryce Hunter. I don't think he's ready yet.
No, and I think our defense is going to play differently than we did against Cincinnati. We're gonna have a fucking spy the whole damn time, I think.
Yeah, I think if you contain him, don't get gashed by the run because Michigan, they're going to want to run too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you guys can win. I think this is a real test, though. I know you guys have been putting up all those yards and all, but I think this is a test. You do that against this team, and then I'm like, damn, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we put up 40 points on this team, if we kind of quote unquote somewhat boat race this team, then it's a big ass statement.
I think if you guys
beating them by 10 is still a statement.
I think if you guys put up 30, you guys are still putting out a statement.
Yeah, I mean we haven't beaten a top 25 ranked team in almost the last 30 times we've played them. We're 0-26. We have lost the last 26 games against ranked teams.
All streaks come to an end. Here we go, bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying. South Carolina, Missouri.
I think
Is Sellers playing?
Yeah, that's the question. If he is, I think it's close. I give the edge to Missouri, but if he isn't, I think Missouri probably handily beats him.
And that's probably why they have Missouri favored by 10.5 right now. I don't think they Sellers. I don't think they think Sellers is playing.
Let's check out, because I think Wednesday is the day you're supposed to do your injury reports for the SEC.
Right.
That's when they have to do it. For conference games, it is. And this is a conference game, so.
Yeah.
See if I can spell another Sellers. Norris. Sellers injury update.
I have no idea how to spell it.
Me neither. I just guessed.
L-E-N.
Says his upcoming game against Missouri is uncertain. I hate that.
Yeah.
So he's questionable, essentially. So he's not playing.
I would think not. I would think that would be something you like. You don't want to bring him in if you're not sure, right? If you're not 100% sure he's good to go.
That's essentially you're saying you want them to prepare for him, but he's probably not going to play.
Yeah, especially with the way he plays. That's not something you could just be like. It says here, Shane Beamer says he will need to practice Tuesday or Wednesday to even be able to play on Saturday. So I guess it depends if he practiced or not. I have no clue.
Yeah. At this point, I don't think he's playing.
I did spell it wrong. I didn't put enough R's in his name. That's close.
All right. Florida, Miami. I'm going to let you speak first on it.
Taking the underdogs. Let's go.
How is Miami only favored by 7.5 in Miami?
Because people know you have a fucking good team.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's so disappointing about this.
Yeah.
This is a good team.
Yeah.
And I think as long as DJ doesn't turn the ball over, I think our defense is going to keep us in the game and give us chances to win. It's just can the offense finally figure out how to not. We've had more touchdowns called back than we've had given up by our defense.
You need defensive scores. I'm going to say you have one pick six
or
in
a
this
special
game.
team score, right?
You have one. I think you have one pick six, and I think you intercept Carson Beck twice.
I think Florida could win this game by 17 if we play mistake-free. But if we don't, I think Miami capitalizes on it way better than LSU did. So I'll say Florida by a field goal.
Florida by 10.
But that's what my heart wants. That's what my heart wants. My brain wants the defense to play lights out, wants a poor showing by the offense again, and Billy Napier just closer to being gone. That's what my brain wants. But my heart wants a victory. I was talking to my son. If we start finding how to play and we squeak out wins, if we go 9 and we make the playoffs, how do you fire Billy?
Yeah. You don't.
How does my Lane Kiffin dream come to fruition?
Even if you get to like 7-8 wins, like it's gonna be hard to fire him.
Yeah, it might be, especially if Lagway is actually starting. Because, like we said last week, he's only been playing for 4 weeks now because he was hurt all summer, all spring.
Well, and last year he only played half the year.
Yeah, especially if Lagway starts balling. If he starts balling like we know he can, and we look good, and we only win 8 games, how do you get rid of Billy?
You can't.
Which then I'm fine with. Now I'm just like, okay, now I see the progress on the field. I see your coaching coming through on the field. But who leaves their quarterback in for 5 freaking interceptions?
And that's what we talked about last week. Yep, I know.
Such poor leadership by him. And I've heard some talks about how, like, Lagway, what's your opinion on this? There's some talks that says Lagway should have went to Billy and said, I don't have it today, coach. Don't put me back in there.
Nah.
No, players don't do that.
If you're a player, you're a fucking competitor.
Yes.
You think you could put it behind you and move forward.
You keep shooting.
I said in a perfect world, when he's not going to be ridiculed for it and called a quitter, but no. If he ever said that and it got out to the press,
You want him to head tap?
Right.
Like
Lego quit on his team.
Yeah.
5 interceptions because he told the coach to take him out.
Yeah.
Like,
And fuck no.
yeah, that was on the coach. That was all on the coach.
And it might not have even needed to be for the full game. Like after he threw the first 2 interceptions, put in the backup quarterback the next series.
Let him watch how the defense is
Let
playing
him,
from the sidelines.
Pull him right next to you
Mm-hmm.
as the head coach that's calling the plays, right? And you can sit there and say, what are you seeing?
Yep.
Or even the OC. Get
Right.
him on the phone.
He is the OC. He is the OC.
I know, but at the same time, like, here's what the coach called. Tell me what you see on this play. What's your first read? Like, him on the phone back behind him, like, saying on the phone, hey, here's what's coach calling. What's your first look on this play that we just called? Like, telling him, okay, before
what's your read, pre-snap read?
Yeah.
What are you reading? What are you looking at?
Yeah. What, like, literally, hey, come on, you have this. Let's get this figured out. Like, in game.
We know you can play.
Yeah.
We know you can play. Are you getting rattled with what they're showing and not bringing?
Like,
are you getting rattled with what they show and do bring? Like, where is this disconnect coming from?
But
because we know you can play. We've seen you play.
Yeah, on the phone with an offensive coordinator with that call, said, Coach just called in this. Here's your.
Yeah.
They're in, 5-4 zone read, whatever the fuck it is, 5-3, 3-5.
Yeah, they're 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. Linebackers are, heavy to the right.
Set motion, like literally, like he has to visualize it.
2 safeties deep. Yeah.
Visualizing it, seeing it on the screen. What's your first read? What's your first pass? Like he could have gone through this like a couple of plays with somebody else coming in. What's your first read?
And that's why I say if after 2 picks, maybe not the 2 picks. I didn't see the first 2 picks, so I don't know what they were like. Humble would have better sentiment to that.
Every pick was into at least double or triple coverage. Every single interception.
But not even.
Oh, really?
Not even like that. That should be a thing with the offensive coordinator. Is like we called this. What was your read? Like this should be a conversation every single time you come off the field. Hey.
So
like first, second down, like we called this, and you're looking at your tablet and like, hey, here's what we called. Here's what we saw.
I wish we could pull back all the film on each one of those interceptions and see what receiver it was.
I know, I understand that, but like that
because if it's is he locking on a certain receiver?
Yes, I understand that, but that's what I'm saying about the offensive coordinators. That should have been seen. Like,
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I want to know. Like, I'm saying I want to know. Yes, what we talked about. Yeah, they should be coaching it throughout the game. They should be able to see that throughout the game. And I guarantee on all those throws that he's throwing into double, triple coverage, if you're throwing into double, triple coverage, somebody's open.
Yeah.
So are you not going through your progressions? Are you locking onto a receiver that you trust and you're just trying to throw it in there? Or what's happening? Right, and that's what I'm saying, and that's where the coach go ahead.
Another thing I think this does too, and which showed lack of leadership from Billy, is this tells your backups that no matter how hard you play,
you're never getting
how much you bust your ass, you're not getting in because I'm ride or dying with this kid.
Yeah.
Which to me is because you can't say to the kids when you recruit them, best players get on the field.
Yeah.
Right, and that's his motto. Best players get on the field. That's why we play so many young kids early. when the best player is not playing his best, he ain't the best player.
Yeah.
So, and I think Lagway is going to be a stud. Once he gets it, he's going to be a stud. But he just didn't have it that night, and everybody has their off nights.
Yeah.
I'm not calling him Brady, but even Brady threw 4 interceptions or 3 interceptions in a game. You know?
Oh yeah. Every quarterback's done it.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie
Ward.
Every quarterback.
Charlie Ward put out a tweet, told Lagway to keep his head up because the year they won the national championship, he threw like 4 interceptions the first game of the season or something like that, and then they went on to win a national championship
against us. Fuck him.
One of the best coaches I ever known was
Charlie Ward was a hell of a fucking player, though.
One of the best.
He was.
One of the best coaches I've ever known was Roy Williams, and if you weren't the top performer on that basketball court, you sat, and he would take everybody off the fucking field.
Yeah.
Off the court.
That's how it should be, right? I agree with you. And then players should put their egos aside and just understand, I just don't have it today.
Yeah. I just and then it irks them and puts something in them like, holy fuck, man, I didn't. Coach, put me back in. Put me back in. That's what you want out of a player, to like, I'll get it. I know how to, like, in the moment, like, if a player's guaranteed, and this is not with every player, this is with some players that you know, hey, I'm starting. I'm always the starter. I'm always going to be the highlights, you know. There's nothing I can do to take me off this field. I think that mentality sometimes needs to be checked. That's what I loved about Roy Williams as a coach. Is like, no, you don't get to play if you're not playing.
Yeah, I mean, talent-wise, he's right. He probably should be on the field, right?
Yeah.
Talent-wise, 100%. Now, I want to bring up, because Parrott, who else, like, what other coach does this sound like? Scott Frost?
Yeah.
Adrian Martinez?
Yeah.
Early in his career, right?
Yep.
Same shit. He literally, Scott Frost rode on the coattails of Adrian Martinez. Not saying that Adrian Martinez was horrible, because he wasn't, but he had a lot of bad games with a lot of bad mistakes that cost us games. Right? Like, Adrian Martinez would be good through 3 quarters, but then in the 4th quarter, when it actually means something, he would throw a pick. We're driving down the field, it's a tie game, going to score a touchdown, interception. They go down, they kick a field goal, win the game.
Yeah.
Type shit.
It's called the
right?
Dak Prescott effect.
Yeah, exactly. And so, you know, at some point, as a coach, you need to go, okay, hey, let's reevaluate. Yes, you're the most talented quarterback we have. We get that. Right now, your head's not in it. We need to figure out why it's not in it. We need to sit down. Sit down like just one-on-one, right? So there's no other quarterbacks there. You're not berating him in front of the team, in front of the other quarterbacks. You're talking one-on-one, man-on-man, letting him know the situation. And, you know, going through the film, one-on-one with him and seeing what he's seeing, and maybe he's just not seeing it correctly. Maybe he's not doing. Maybe the pre-snap reads are incorrect.
Yeah, but it's not.
Which is something that's coachable, right? Like, you can coach that.
A good thing of a coach is that they can do it in game. And be like,
right.
You know what I mean? Or offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator, whichever side of the ball this is happening. But those need to be happening play by play. And the thing is what makes good from great is that those changes happen instantaneously, and those things happen in practices.
Yeah.
And the thing is, of like these quarterbacks that go to certain programs, they go there because those, like, I call them mini steps, is that you're here, but you're almost fucking there. Like, you're right there. You're almost there with your, and we'll use quarterbacks for the 6 and, but you can go for running backs, whatever, cross boards, is that you see those inches, and those inches that you make, like, progression-wise, are monumental. And you were looking like 2 yards to the left, when if you just would have maybe seen a little bit more to the right, you would have had a 50-yard path. Like these Saints, like seeing the field, viewing your progression, awareness, and even like at the same time, like offensive or defensive coordinators, is that you're trickling this down to your O-line or your D-line of you over pursued on the D-line, you didn't stay home, offensive line, you didn't protect, sliding out.
Well, that's,
you know what I mean? But these are corrections that should be happening on every single aspect. And
that's the one reason why I don't like when you have a head coach that calls the plays. Because when you have a head coach that's technically calling the plays, when he could be potentially coaching you up on the sideline, he's maybe not able to because he's also focused while the team is on defense.
You can't say that, though. What if your offensive coordinator's up in the booth, right? The head coach ain't going to coach you up on the sideline if he ain't the play caller or the quarterback coach. You know what I mean? He can get your mental right.
But the offensive coordinator, if he's the one calling the plays and knows exactly, I mean, I don't know.
Why can't the head coach do that too? You know what I mean?
I kind of get what you. Yeah.
As long as he doesn't have his hands in too many baskets, like if he's trying to watch and put his hands on every single play, you know, like defense and shit. And
I would say like facilitating like down from up top. Like if I'm a coach, I can see what's on the field. Like right. I can see how it's progressing and everything. I'm like, hey, you missed fucking right there. I'm up to the coordinators. They said, what do you see? Yeah, coach, I saw exactly the same thing you saw. Okay, how do we correct this? Like, top-down view is probably the best scenario. Some coaches see fields better, like, down on it, like, as a player. And that's how they analyze it. It's like, oh, no, he was out of position. Like, no, you're
I don't know any coach that... I mean, you can't see the whole defense when you're on the field, though. Realistically, you can't.
You can't.
But there's been great play callers who have done it. Steve Kiffin.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying you can't see the whole field. That's all I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is that you're seeing positioning. Like, you're, like, as a coach, as a player, ex-player, whatever, like, I'm seeing positioning. I mean, like, you're out of position. You're in the wrong place. Did you put him in that? No. Okay, coach, he was out. Why?
You know what we just need to do?
Huh?
We need to put the offensive coordinator, whoever's calling plays for both sides, we need to put them on wires and let them line up behind their quarterbacks and their defense. And then when their 15 seconds hit, the wires just yank them to their sideline. Or lift them up real high in the air.
Straight above everything. But that's what I'm saying is like nowadays you can see everything. Like back probably when we all played, like it was just a sideline and maybe 30 feet above that you could see. So that was your perspective. So I don't know. What I'm saying is that like our point of view is either in front of, on the ball, or sideline, and we can still see you're out of position. Yeah. So, like those perspectives.
Well, that's why, like, you know, that's why typically if like the head coach is the one calling the plays, then you have the offensive coordinator up in the booth because he knows what play is called. Now he can look and see what the defense is lined up as, right? So he can ultimately give an idea to the quarterback, pre-snap read. So maybe it has nothing to do with Napier. Maybe the offensive coordinator is giving the wrong reads.
Maybe because LSU blitzed a lot. Maybe those receivers aren't stopping and hitting their hot route.
Right.
Maybe they're still trying to do their 9-yard curl or whatever.
Right.
And Langley's like, okay, I got to look off here, look at it. Oh, I got to get the ball out or I'm going to get sacked. Or
Yep.
Yeah. So there's no telling. And I hate broadcast football because like when your quarterback drops back to throw, you don't know who's catching it. Right? Because you don't see the quarterback and the receiver in the same screen most of the time.
No.
Right.
So
right.
it's just like a guessing game. It's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, there's a guy there. Like when you're at the stadium or whatever, or if you watch like the Skycast and you see it all unfold, it's just so beautiful.
I wish they would do it like a basketball game where it just goes like all down the lines, like where you can see.
Yeah, so you see every player at the same time.
Like a sideline. Like NFL does it pretty well, of where you just see down the sideline.
I was gonna say, I wish all the fucking like broadcasts were like the Skycam.
Or behind offense or defense.
Yeah.
Like you
could see the entire play unfold.
Yeah, you could pick either
so
one.
It's more like when you're playing like NCAA football, right? Like right behind the quarterback, so you basically see kind of what the quarterback sees.
Or behind the defenses if you're on defense. Like you pick your team and you're behind the safety.
That'd be cool. Too. Yeah. That'd be cool.
Oh, have 2 ESPN channels?
Yeah. That would be. I'm in.
You got 2 ESPN broadcasts. You can pick the team.
Nope.
Or split screen them. Have both. That'd be cool.
Ooh.
The defensive point of view, but that's cool though. I would like that. And I know they do have the Skycast, but then you just don't. Remember the one time I refreshed my Hulu and I went to the Skycast and I was getting no broadcast.
But it's also like the Skycast. You have no. Which I don't understand. You could have the Skycast with the fucking broadcasters. I don't understand why you can't.
Right. And I felt like an idiot because I'm like, oh, God, guys, I love this camera angle. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
What station am I watching? Oh, I felt like such an idiot.
I wanted to have the defensive cam.
That'd be cool.
I would have done like that. Blitz him.
I was watching, damn it, what game did I tell you where I saw the best interactions with whenever they did like a review? What game was it? It wasn't an SEC game. I can't remember who played. Well, anyways, so when the referee goes to the camera for the review,
It was a Big 12 game.
It might have been. I'd have to look up to see who played last week. The booth is actually telling him way more information than we think. Even if it's absolutely obvious, the booth will be like, look, here's the best angle you can see right now. The ball was short of the goal line, blah, 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 this, that. And the ref will be like, okay, yeah, I see it. We'll go with that and just tell me the time and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, we need that more often. I need to be able to hear that more often. It just makes so much more sense to a fan when they know what's going on under the hood. And I was like, that needs to happen way more often. It was an ACC game. It might have been the Clemson game.
So they just said, okay, so they have the live feed.
Yes, they had the live feed of what the booth was talking, because the booth actually has all these angles, and they just send him. And every once in a while, the ref would be like, "Hey, show me the reverse angle real quick," and he'd be like, "Okay, yeah, you're right. You can't see the ball at all. All right, we're gonna go with your first angle. Blah blah blah." Yeah, it's not like he's just sitting there scrolling through everything. There's so much. Now I feel a little bit better, and I won't get as upset. Like, why does he have to go to the booth? Just tell him what's happening. And yeah, that's what was happening. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So
who did Clemson play last week? Yes, it was Clemson, Georgia Tech, because they played the first game. I think they played the early game, the first game.
Yeah. They were there 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because we got to the bar as Georgia Tech kicked a 54-yard field goal.
So
whatever.
I was like, kudos to them for like actually letting us listen in on that.
I'm
That
gonna
was so cool.
I'm gonna double down on what you said too. Is that like I think refs get a shitty like rapport of like bad calling on what they're given. So I think if there's more transparency of like
Yes.
so like I don't envy anybody that's a ref in any sport. I'm gonna say that utmost.
They should have 2 types of mics, right?
But what I'm saying is that the amount of criticism that they get for every single call and every missed call, and like they're not a fucking robot. Like they're not gonna get everything right. Like, and this goes down to like pee-wee fucking leagues and shit. Like people want to throw down with fucking refs that missed something.
Yeah, I mean, we all know they can throw a flag for holding on every single play.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, realistically, they could.
Yeah, but
they don't.
Yeah, I see all the
unless it's
time
blatant.
when you see coaches like at youth games just getting up in the ref's face. It's like, come on, man! What kind of an example are you setting? For just
and so
any
like
of those kids.
I agree, and it's like
that not okay. I can't do that.
I think a precedent needs to be set of like being more transparent with whatever calls and like seeing what they're seeing. And I guess at the secondary highest level of college is a great way to maybe make people understand, and then maybe it can trickle down to the
Read your chatty.
yeah, or
like
I've seen people in pee-wee leagues getting kicked out because they wanted to fight a fucking ref. So
like the reviews that you were talking about, like I would love to hear a review of like a targeting call.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Like that would be
like that in the game, but yeah.
Right. But that would be amazing to hear what they're actually looking for, what they're talking about, what are the talking points, and everything. Because a lot of these calls, I mean, we've talked about, a lot of these calls are subjective, right? Pass interference.
Read your Twitch chat.
Twitch chat? YouTube chat?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, YouTube chat. So sorry. Yeah. I'm so used to watching on Twitch.
My live chat, for whatever reason, is not dropping down.
Oh, call me Callie.
Oh,
is talking to
wait
you.
a fuck down here.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to see that. And I thought it was an eye opener. I was like, that was awesome.
What do you mean? Who's the old man?
I'm the old man.
Are you talking to me? Wow, Parrot is older than me, so yes.
Yeah.
Actually, both of them are older than me, but we're all old men, so it's fine.
I feel old. I'm looking
we're all old. No, but like I would love to hear like that type of aspect, right? Like because a lot of those calls are subjective, like pass interference.
From the side.
Right. Like they're all all subjective.
I know a couple of refs, but like it isn't pertinent to like college football, so I could get a couple of refs on here, but it would be lacrosse based. But I think it kind of translates of.
That's my buddy Parrot.
Because it goes from.
Or Andrew. He's a fraternity brother.
It goes from he does high school and then does national and then does regional tournament. So I guess like his perspective could be a different. I'll ask him, see if he wants to do it, because like somebody being a ref, like continuously critiqued from the sidelines, I guess could be a perspective that.
Yeah, I did 2 years of high school reffing, and lots of years of just volunteering my time to do like YMCA and some youth stuff, and I never got yelled at like I got yelled at by the youth in YMCA.
Yeah.
Like just random dads. It's like I was like, Dad, you know this is the YMCA, right? And you know I can call you kid for traveling every time he touches the ball. Like, let's chill, let's teach, and let's move on. It's like, it's crazy. Like, you'll get yelled at by the high school guys, but not like, oh my gosh, those dads are so crazy. It's like, Dad, are you here to win, or are you here to teach your kid how to play ball? It's like, well, what are we doing here? Win at all costs, even at the detriment of skills.
Why his arm like what? What are you talking about?
I think it's his bicep. He flexed, parrot flex, and his shirt like he's about to rip off.
I'm rubbing my beard. What do you mean I'm flexing?
I don't know, bro. I have no idea.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Do you not want me? Do you want my hand up here? There you go.
I mean, as far as the refs, like, I mean, they do get a bad rap, right? Like, I mean, but
100%.
that's partly based, not. I mean, I guarantee. Like, I'm gonna put it this way: it's not on the refs. It's not on the refs. It's how the rules are laid out in the rule book. Because the rules, how they are laid out in the rule book, make them subjective. Right?
In any sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So they create that false narrative of refs being potentially biased. No.
It's not.
No person is 100% correct all the time, except for me, Parrot, and Humble. We're always correct.
Wait, what?
But
I'm not. No.
Oh, we're always right, 100% of the time.
I don't.
And what's crazy is the ones who are the most.
I'm joking. But
the ones who are the most critical of the refs are usually the ones who don't understand the sport fully.
Oh yeah.
And you know, they're just in the moment. They don't understand everything else that went around and what happened and what led to it. Like the LSU game, first quarter, their linebacker targets our receiver, hits him right in the head with his helmet, crown of the helmet. Per the rules, the way they're written, it's targeting. Do I think he was maliciously trying to do that? No. I don't think he, like, sometimes you could tell a player's just trying to light somebody up.
Now, did he launch?
Right?
Because that's another term in the rule. They have to launch.
Yeah, and he did, and he got kicked out of the game, and it sucks. But at the same time, the ref helmet, he has to take the rule for the way the rule's written. Light somebody up.
Now, did he?
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you have, you know, I mean, there's a lot of times. There's times where, like, a Nebraska player has been kicked out, and I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, that's shitty, because realistically, he wouldn't have hit him with the crown of the helmet. He would have hit him with the shoulder pad.
Everything is offensively focused.
But because the offensive player dropped his head to absorb the contact, it created the helmet hitting him. And now my player's kicked out. Right?
Yep.
Now, against the rule of law,
it's easy.
Right? Yeah, he's gone.
Yep.
My player's kicked out. And there's been plenty of times where I'm like, it's bullshit, but it's the right call.
Okay. Understand what I'm going to say. Is that early season, defenses will always be ahead of offenses, right? They'll have an advantage coming into early season. Offenses will exploit defensive type of tendencies to create those scenarios. To put a person, and maybe subject their players to getting jackknifed on crosser routes. And I'm not saying that every team does this, but some teams do this just to create a penalty. And I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I think some teams do this at times to create a situation.
I don't know if they're necessarily trying to do that, or
you can't tell me when you see a certain zone that you're going to create a cross route. That will create a situation where the linebackers will come across.
or if you're running two deep safeties, that the safeties will come up and try and light you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
They will.
I don't know if I'd go as far to say that the offense is calling it to try and create a penalty, but they see the gap in the defense, so they're trying to create in that gap. Now, realistically, if you're a smart offensive player or a smart offensive coach, you're coaching your players. As soon as you see that gap in that zone, sit down in it. Don't keep running. Sit down. Like, turn, face the quarterback, let the quarterback hit you. Right? Because at that point, you're not continuously running into another defender, which is going to cause that contact. Now, I'm not saying that all offensive coordinator coaches are smart enough to recognize that and call that. That's me being nice.
That could be.
That's me basically trying to say that people aren't doing it purposely, but I'm not disagreeing with you either. So
I'm going to take off, but I want to say one more thing before I go. And this is on to parents, like, talking about the, personal foul targeting and how the offense, it's always geared towards the offense.
Yep.
You guys remember Cam Scatabo?
Yeah.
The kid.
Scatabo.
Yep. Yeah. The one, he's with the New York Giants now?
Yeah, Arizona State.
Go watch a New York Giants Cam Scatabo little highlight tape of just preseason and the beginning of the season. He runs like all-star, but he lowers his head every time.
Every time. Yep.
If that was the defender doing it, it'd be targeting. But since he's on offense, it's allowed.
Yep.
I know.
And there's certain rules I wish would change. Like, I don't mind you stiff-arming me, but you should not be allowed to put your hand on my helmet.
Correct.
If I can't use your helmet to tackle you, you should not be able to use my – even if you don't touch my face mask.
Now, that's a college rule. NFL, if they stiff arm on the helmet, I think it is hands to the.
I see Derrick Henry, and I see offensive linemen in the NFL smack the crap out of the defenders.
I saw that Dallas video.
Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Over the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, he bitch smacked him straight to the floor.
Right, and I just it's so geared towards the offense where it doesn't really need to be. The offenses will adapt, defenses will adapt, but don't don't put one side at a disadvantage already.
It is.
They already are because they don't know where their plays going. The offense already kind of has the advantage. That makes any sense?
Yep.
Right. So I just wish that would change.
Yeah.
All right, one last game pick. Okay. Illinois, Indiana.
Ooh, that's this weekend.
That's this weekend. Same time as your game.
Illinois.
Both are defeated too, right?
Yeah.
Yep. At Indiana, Indiana's a 6.5-point favorite.
I have two monkeys cleaning each other that are frozen on my screen. They're just taking
at Indiana. Wow. I'll go with the home team. That's the only reason. Home team.
I like Illinois. I will say I like Illinois in this game.
Freddie Mendoza.
Like this will be a good game though.
Fernando Mendoza. Okay.
Oh yeah, Indiana's transfer quarterback that they brought in.
Wasn't there somebody famous called Freddie Mendoza?
Maybe.
I think
no clue.
I think you're teetering into the mafia here. I'm just saying.
I mean, he might. That still could be famous.
Yeah, well, it's quite famous.
But yeah, no. I mean, that's gonna be a good game. That's probably the top. I mean, obviously ranked on ranked. That's gonna be the top Big Ten game. Realistically, granted, I think we might be a better team than all three of them. So.
You guys ever just be sitting on your couch or just chilling and your mind just wanders and you start having a debate with yourself over like best player at certain positions for certain sports? Yep. Mine. It was yesterday. I was just chilling, watching, trying to fall asleep, and I started thinking the greatest point guard of all time in the NBA. That's where my brain went yesterday, and I settled on Jason Kidd. But then my other half of my brain was like, well, what are you looking for in a point guard? Is your point guard scoring a lot, or is he just throwing a lot of assists? It was like a back and forth conversation.
Sure.
I mean, it's true though, because it's like, I mean, Steph Curry technically is a point guard.
Yeah, and that's why I settled on Jason Kidd, because he did both. And so did
then you got AI.
Yeah, so I was like, damn, like John Stockton was awesome. You know what I mean? And Magic Johnson, and it was, I don't know, I didn't know if y'all did this too, but I was doing that with myself. Oh, man. And then I fell asleep, so I don't remember how long I argued with myself.
You don't know who'd you come to the conclusion? Was it J. Kidd?
I think it was J. Kidd, just for his longevity. Like, so he has the points and the assists, and he just played at such a high level for so long. That's all.
I was gonna say, I mean, hell, you got what's his name that's playing right now?
It's on the era, right?
Huh?
It's just, well, I mean, just what you've seen.
I was gonna say, who's the point guard playing right now? Not Steph Curry, but
Kyrie Irving.
Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul's playing at a high level too. Yeah, he was in my list too. I had him. Yeah, I thought about him too. And then I even brought in. I was like, man, probably the one player who would have been considered one of the GOATs if he didn't get hurt. And I was thinking, I mean, seriously, GOAT. Like, there's always players that, like, man, he was like Grant Hill. He was awesome.
Yeah.
But Derrick Rose was tearing up the NBA so viciously.
If he was,
got hurt.
Yeah. If he
was so unstoppable.
If he was healthy, he would have been probably Michael Jordan-esque.
Right, and that was early Derrick Rose too. He never even really got to get into his prime.
No.
If you think about it.
He got injured 5 times.
And
I mean, he was injured. Rose. He was injured. He got injured at Memphis too.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I know.
Not severely. Not severely.
Oh, okay. I know the other guy, the tall, the power forward who got hurt in college really bad. Last he played for Cincinnati, actually. Kenyon Martin. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know Derrick Rose got hurt in college. No clues. I thought he played 1 year. I thought he was a rookie or a freshman and then left because he played for Calipari.
Yeah, no, he I mean, essentially. But he had, I mean, like I said, it wasn't severe. Like, he was able to play through it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
But he had, like, some ankle issues in college.
Gotcha.
Can I express opinion right now?
Absolutely.
J.R. Smith, go fuck yourself because you committed to North Carolina and never fucking showed up and went to the NBA. So.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Can't really fault it, but I get you.
Yeah. Well,
I get you, yeah.
Like,
I still don't put all the blame on J.R. Smith for not calling the timeout when he got that rebound because there's no rule that says only the player with the ball can call timeout. So.
Right. True.
Any one of those other 4 players could have just been thrown up the
but
timeout.
on the court could call
right?
a timeout. Yeah.
So the point is, he with his hands like, Ron, you could
have No. It wasn't that. He never went to college to North Carolina where he committed. I don't give a fuck about it.
No. I get what you're saying. I was just saying
I agree.
I also don't get mad at him for that.
I agree.
He's part of the blame, but not full blame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't that suck when you got a player that's going to come like Kwame Brown was
number one.
Kwame Brown was committed to Florida, right? And then he goes to the NBA and he ends up tanking. So who knows if he would have even been good in the NBA? But man, it would have been nice to have a caliber of player like that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so
especially in college.
Hold on till the fucking North Carolina basketball game. So
what I was going to say is
squash.
As far as point guard wise, if I'm looking at point guard and best point guard, I'm looking for a distributor, not a scorer. So that's why Chris Paul, J Kidd, Stockton, those to me are Magic Johnson. Those to me are the probably some of the top, right? If we're talking true point guards, because the point guard is supposed to be the distributor. AI technically should be playing shooting guard. He was just too small. So that's just my belief.
Hey, I'm with you there too. It's just weird that it's called point guard. You know what I mean? But I agree with you.
Point guard's now moved up to 6'5", and that's the way it should be.
I mean, Magic was the first, because Magic was 6'8", running point.
Yeah, he was big.
Yeah.
Then you didn't really have. You had a lot of 6 to 6'2" point guards for the longest time, and then Bulls last three-peat was the next. At least next tallest that I remember, which was Ron Harper, and he was 6'5", running the point guard for the Bulls those 3 years. So, there hasn't been a